week, man. I was like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna rap. Bam. Now we streaming. We live, bro. This one going up, man. But how you doing, man? How was your Christmas, man? How was your holiday? I don't know if you celebrate Christmas, but how was your time?
My Christmas was straight. Got to enjoy the family.
Hell yeah. Bro, believe it or not, man, I got more gifts than I probably ever
Everybody was safe. That's the main part,
Definitely, bro. And I swear, I don't get into. I don't really care about getting a whole bunch of gifts. Not since a nigga been a kid, but I probably got so many gifts, man, for the first time since I was a kid, man. I didn't even know what to do. I was opening shit for like 30 minutes, man. And when you grown, you appreciate it.
Like the lady friends, anything?
I did,
yeah.
Man. Yeah. I got one gift I still got to give her, so I ain't gonna ruin the surprise. But I had got her a couple things. I got like 5 gifts under my tree. She had went out of town for her family in Kentucky, and so she gonna be back over here tomorrow. And she had.
We'll give you that little extra Christmas gift, huh?
Yeah. You gotta make sure you get a little extra. Yeah. So we gonna hook
the
that
extra.
up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, for real.
That's what's up.
We gonna do that, man. And she hooked me up with. She had a whole bunch of gifts under my tree just from her. So she a real good one, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. So I was chilling New Year's Eve. I just got invited to this all black affair. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go or not. I know I want to go. You know how at this age niggas be like, am I gonna go?
It was fancy, like black tie type event.
Not black tie, but all black. So niggas ain't got to.
So like you gotta dress up.
All black.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah. I'm actually yeah. I mean, I ain't against that. I'm just still worried about the COVID shit a little bit, but I mean, at some point you gotta live life. I'm already going to the gym again. I ain't wearing no mask when I'm in there. I don't be wearing a mask at all no more. I am vaccinated, but I don't even wear no mask no more, so I ain't gonna cap. You know what I'm saying? That's one of today's topics.
I used to wear the mask too, but it seems like, man, like it don't make sense because you go some places nobody else is wearing them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and it seemed like, man, I don't know, man. I did the whole thing for like a full year, and then I don't even have no more. I'll go to some place every now and then. I went to the post office or something, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you gotta have one. It's like, I ain't got one. They just gave me one. I put it on. I don't act an ass. But I don't know, man. That's kind of one of today's topics. I was gonna ask niggas like, why is not for me and you to debate right now, but I was just gonna ask niggas like, why is y'all niggas even still arguing about COVID? Either you believe in the shit or you don't believe in shit. What is it to argue about with a motherfucker at this point? You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, and it's crazy. But you know what I found out? Especially with Christmas. My family members who were vaccinated, they were acting more scary about COVID than the family who wasn't vaccinated. And I'm noticing that a lot of people who are vaccinated, they act more, like, get away from me, don't be around me, don't touch me. Like my cousin wanted to eat, she's, I want plastic silver, I want a to-go cup, I want, plastic plate and stuff like that. I'm looking at her like, hold on, I thought you was vaccinated, and the reason why you got vaccinated so you can have a little bit more peace of mind. Yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly, and I'm vaccinated, but it's funny, you're right, because like you said, the people who are not vaccinated, okay, they're not vaccinated, but the people who are, like you said, they are a lot of the ones. For me, okay, it's cool. I have my shit that I'm still a little bit worried about, but if you got to go out and be acting like, yeah, give me my, doing all this special shit with your order, me, you should cook. You know what I'm saying? If you that worried about catching COVID from the nigga making your food. Shout out to Habeas Corpus who just pulled up on us, man. Happy New Year's Eve to you, man. How you doing, my brother? You on mute? I don't know if you said anything now, but yeah. Man. Oh, there you go. But yeah, man. Anyway, we just shooting the shit, man. We just not really talking about this COVID shit, but I was just like, whatever, man. I haven't been wearing my mask. I'm not going back to that unless it's mandated, and I'm sure they're not going back down that road again. So, I got a question for y'all though.
Yo.
There you go.
What's going on?
Hey, you got the audio poppin'. What's good,
what up,
man? You represent for TX,
what's good
man.
With you? Hey, all day.
That's what's going on.
I see the sign in the back.
So we got We got Florida, Georgia, Texas in the building, man.
Yeah.
So we represent for the whole Southeast right now, man. That whole corner of the map right now is being held down. You New York niggas need to represent, man. Pull up, man.
Hey. The triangle offense.
Yeah, all right. You West Coast niggas need to pull up. You Canadians, you UK motherfuckers need to pull up, governors. Hey, if y'all go on the website, I ain't saying right now, but if you look at the screen, you'll see I got all these like graphics up and shit, like BX smileys and shit. It's gonna be cool when you watch the video back on YouTube and shit.
Okay, that's what's up.
It's official, man. It's official, man. But I don't know if it's. First of all, rest in peace to John Madden. Just saw the
R.I.P.
this morning. Yeah, rest in peace to John Madden. I probably haven't played that game in a lot of years, but when I was a kid, that game was like the standard. You know
So here's my question, since you brought him up.
Yeah.
Do you think that, not to take away from his legacy, but do you think his impact would have been as big if he wasn't behind the game?
Nah. Well, so he did what he did as a coach, and I'm a Raiders fan too. So he won the Raiders their first Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? His record as a coach is ridiculous, right? So I think he still would have got a lot of props, but let's be real. Being a video game, that kept your name relevant every year. Regardless of niggas like me that's 35, 36, 37, niggas that's 23 know your name. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that's 13, they know John Madden, and they know Madden, not Madden because of some 10 years ago. They got Madden this year. They got it and dropped $80 on it and happy to. So
some kids don't even know that Madden was a coach.
Right.
Yeah.
They think that's the game. This the game creator or some shit, right?
Yeah, they think it's the name of the game. Yeah.
I mean,
now they got Madden tournaments, Madden, you name it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Madden is like the Jordan shoe. Like the game, the game is like the Jordan shoe. Like it extended him beyond to where they don't even have to know who you are to want the product. You know what I'm saying? But those of us who remember him calling games, there ain't never been another one like him either. Like, I don't know, man. He was like John Candy calling games or something, man. Nigga was just having fun with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now they be trying.
Yeah. I don't know a lot of people.
You got it.
Is it true that he never flew a plane? He always caught the bus everywhere or whatever.
True.
He got his own bus. I saw ESPN. They had it this morning. They were saying that like you were saying, he was afraid to fly because he was claustrophobic. He was scared of heights. So I guess when he got a little money under his belt, he bought like a old RV tour bus type thing and like gutted it out and made it like his own like mini apartment. And that's where he would go. He would just, when he had games, he would just drive his bus from city to city.
And he was a
That's cool.
That's too. Cool. And you know what's funny? All the rappers started doing that shit in the 90s to get around gun laws and weed laws. They didn't have to go to the airport with their guns, you know what I'm saying? So they was like, they started building out the custom vans and started the tour bus. John Madden started that shit, man.
Now I was gonna say, I don't know if my old boy put me on game about this, but back in the day when he was coaching with the dude Pat Summerall, if you notice, they were always drinking out of coffee mugs. Well, kind of find out it wasn't coffee in those mugs; it was alcohol. And if you ever watch, like, if you repeat game, like throughout the game, he starts off, sober. He has, real clear thoughts. And then as the game goes on at the halftime, he's straight loose. Yeah, and I ain't repeat game till my dad told me that I watched the game. I was like, shit, he's right.
Hell yeah.
And then shortly after the dude Pat Summerall, he got, he came out and said he was an alcoholic. So I thought that was just like a little fun fact.
I mean,
that's cool though, because back then men could be men. It wasn't none of this. Political correctness, they just enjoy life, man.
What you just said, what we doing, we firing up, you know what I'm saying? Whether you smoke or not, you can have your glass of whiskey. They could do that on air. Have a cigar and be commentating on the game. Like you said, men were allowed to be men, and it's funny you said that because it's like the implied is that we're not. I see it at work, man. I work in corporate culture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I see it, man. Well, the crazy thing is, I'm in management, and like women in management, the women who are my equals, the way they talk to people below them, they let them people know they have power. They don't have to try to hide or be extra respectful. Women can be rude, if I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? They can be rude.
Right.
They can be like, what? Well, if y'all got a complaint, go to HR. They'll say some shit like that to somebody, just like that. And me as a man, I have to triple filter.
Right.
I have to think about what I'm about to say, then think about that. You know what I'm saying? Same with my emails. I have to write the email, read it, put it in draft. You know what I'm saying?
You're right, because people can nitpick a single little word out of there and deliberately take it out of context to get you pushed out the door, you know?
That's right. And you're rude, you know, and then you're a black man on top of that. Oh, somebody's trying to get in. My bad. Let me let this man in. My bad. You can go ahead. You speak on that, hey, piece?
No, I was just agreeing, man. You know, like you said, and a woman, she could be blatantly upfront rude, and they still going to give her a pass and excuses. You know what I mean? Oh, she's just, you know, she's a single mother, or oh, she just had a bad day. You know, she could have a bad day every day. You know.
That's right, man. What's going on, Mushroom, man? Appreciate you popping up, man, pulling up, joining us, man. Man, but just talking about men being men. What's good, Mushroom, man?
Oh, what's going on, bro? You know how to check in. Yeah. I done sent some other old some OGs your link. You know, they made another site since the you know, the jukebox went down. We got a cat called Cartoon that started a new site. So I done popped your shit in there and try to get them cats in. Hey, appreciate what you doing, bro.
Love, man. Let me get your thoughts on this, bro. We was really just talking about, like, do you feel like men are allowed to be men these days? You know what I'm saying?
No, you kind of see how they portraying this in the media. Well, let me take that back. Black men, like, we're not.
And what do
you know what I'm saying?
How you feel that we portrayed in the media, my man?
I mean, they trying to make them extra sensitive and shit. You know what I'm saying? They not trying to let us be the men that we are.
Yeah. And I like we hear and my man Happy.
I think it's all colors, man. I agree with you on the black man.
No, go ahead. You got it.
Oh, let me hit the mute. My bad.
No, you good. I think it's all men. You know, if basically, man, it's real simple. You know, if you destroy the family, you destroy the family dynamic, you destroy society. You know what I'm saying? Look at shit out. You know what I mean? No nuclear family. They just do whatever they want to do with us. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's simple.
And I mean, I do agree with that. Like, if you look at, you don't have to look at old movies, but movies are a great example of the times. But if you look at, like, movies that are set in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, even when black people were, like, in the South, were oppressed, or even, like, in nationwide, right, might have been oppressed, it was a man in the household. And look at all the movies, you know what I mean? It was a man. Even Malcolm X talks about his dad getting dragged from the house and killed. And they love that women now rely on the government. You know what I'm saying? That women don't want, black women especially, don't want a man. Don't want to be married to a man.
Hey, but we win in the end, though.
And what do you mean by that?
We can self-sustain, you know what I'm saying? In the end, they still going to need us. You know, they're going to need us there for the kids. They're going to need us there for them, man. You know, because this whole dynamic that's going on right now, you know, women are fucking overly stressed, overly worked. You know, they're really on them pills heavy, you know, them antidepressants and all that. You know, look at the statistics. And you know, we can do all right by ourselves. You know what I mean? We could date. We could still smash. You know what I mean? We'd be all right. You know? But there's a lot going on. It's a lot. I don't want to take up all the time.
Nah, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at and anybody can feel free to chip in. But I'll just say this, man. I've managed teams. I've worked in like warehouses and managed teams where it was like all men and 1 or 2 girls sprinkled in. Rashid Latif, man, was popping, man. But I've managed teams of women. You know what I'm saying? And the thing I noticed about women is, one, a lot of them are sickly. A lot of them are on some kind of a sick leave, some kind of a accommodation for their health. Another thing I noticed about men is, sure, we work for the most part. When we gonna call out, we call out, right? And it's just, I'm sick, whatever, I ain't gonna make it in. Women, before anything, they already setting you up playing chess from the day one when you meet them as their manager, hitting you with the sob story. Every sob story in the world, you're going to know about it. They comfortable sharing it with you, too, because they do it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So they'll let you know on day one. You be like, and this literally happened. I'll be like, hey, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. They'd be like, oh, I'm good. Just coming from my biopsy. Fuck can I say? Johnny Cage, man. First of all, Johnny Cage, man. Appreciate you pulling up, man, to the
Yo,
show, man. What's good, man?
yeah. I
And
tap in this
McQueen.
nigga talking about biopsy. I'm like, what's good?
But you feel me? Like men, man, my point is that when I manage men, not to say they ain't going through that shit, but a man ain't gonna drop that shit on you unless you actually his friend. He ain't trying to just get the sympathy card. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true.
Man, just left my
That's true. You ain't never gonna know what a nigga going through.
Exactly. Man, just left my child support here. He probably did, but a nigga's not gonna say that uninvited unless he really feel comfortable. Like he not just dropping a sob story in you.
Yeah.
Y'all really, sharing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when they come off the top, Oh, just resting my leg. Had a car accident 4 months ago. They've been telling that story for 4 months.
Right.
Latif, you want to say something?
Oh no, I'm just work exactly.
Oh, you good, bro? You good, man? But yeah, I will move the subject on. I got a question for y'all, man. This a heavy one though. First of all, we love Tupac and Biggie, man. Like we love Tupac and Biggie. I know all of their songs, both of them. Not literally every song, but I know tons of their songs, word for word. You know what I'm saying? So it's love, man. It's no disrespect to the dead. They did what they did while they was here, and they gone. You know what I'm saying? But I got a question for y'all. How we talking about John Madden? How niggas know the game and don't even know he was a coach? You got niggas who wear Jordans who never seen a Jordan game. And the question gonna be, in 20 years, will people remember Tupac and Biggie more for beefing with each other than any actual song they wrote?
Nigga, in 20 years, they gonna say Tupac and Biggie was two white boys.
What?
Oh,
What make you say that, man?
what you mean? You gotta explain that one.
What you mean? Just like, hey, nigga, what? Just like how they did Jesus, bro.
Oh,
Just like how they do the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do the same thing to Beyonce.
Oh shit.
I beat the angle here.
Oh shit. Oh shit. You flipped it on that
Got the
one.
point.
The only one they gonna give it straight up is O.J. Simpson. They'd be like, oh yeah, he was a nigga.
He was a nigga. Yeah. Mike, they'd be like, bro, Mike Vick was the coolest white boy that you ever seen.
Yup. He revolutionized the game.
Steph Curry, all them getting claimed in the racial draft of 2025. Or whatever year it's going to be.
Hey, but nah, though, like 20 years from now, all that, ain't nobody gonna know nothing about those niggas, man. I mean, well, I take that back because like we always gonna talk about them, but I'm saying like the whole history gonna get lost and all that as far as like the origin stories and really what it really was. I mean, that's just history, period. You feel me?
Man, what's the worst part is we in an era where where they say like we in an era where everything happens on camera. You know what I'm saying? But it's still your side, my side, and then the facts. You know what I'm saying? The scary part is even. Like, let's just take, for example, whatever recent artist died. I hate to even say it like that, but like, what was his name? Draco.
Yeah.
The nigga can die on camera, right? Or like King Von. Nigga can get killed on camera. Everybody can see what happened, and then the next day, it'd be 30 YouTube videos of different niggas telling different theories of what fucking happened, and the truth get fucked up that quick, because in 10 years, when you go back and Google how did King Von die on YouTube, you don't know what the fuck the story is. First of all, shout out to my nigga. Your name iPhone right now, but shout out to you for popping up, man. Pulling up, bro.
It's good, iPhone.
We know you ain't broke.
Hold on, let me just share it.
I can change it for you, or you can change it. It's all good, man. But I mean, what y'all think about that, man?
It's gonna be crazy because then like years down the line, you try to look up like what actually happened to King Von or whatever, and like that video ain't gonna come up. It's gonna be like some little skinny white boy in North Dakota telling you all about the whole drill beef and everything else. It's like, man, what is this? What is this?
Like
exactly.
Go ahead, my bad. Like the Nipsey thing, right? Even right now, and I ain't saying I want to watch it, but if you go on YouTube and type in Nipsey Hussle killed or whatever, you can't even find that video just off like the first the first 20 videos is gonna be niggas reacting to it or talking about it, or you know what I'm saying. It's already lost that fast. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I'm gonna keep 100 with you. Like, I'm happy for that because like the worst thing I ever did was watch that video when it came out, and it's just like it wasn't no reason for me to press play on that. Like, I ain't need to see this. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm like that now, man. If I think I would go, you know what? I don't want this in my.
Yo, it was that Nipsey one that made me like not watch any of the other ones. Like, I'm cool, you know what I mean? Because I'm like that. I don't know, bro. Nipsey should hit me different. I'm like, nah, that was foul. Like, I ain't need to see that. You feel me? I could just take everybody's word for it. He ain't here. Like, what I need to press play and watch it for.
Bro, I'm proud to say I'm not desensitized to violence because all them videos hit me hard. Even when there ain't nobody famous, when it's just, you know, some guy in the store gets robbed and shot. Them videos hurt to watch, man. I can't stand watching it. And I ain't gonna say I don't click, and I don't know why I do. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't
it's just like human nature, I guess. You feel
Curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I feel you, but at the same time, in this social media age, man, even if you like, you know what, I ain't gonna, you know, subject myself to that. Your friends, everybody's gonna send it to you. So it's like you ain't got no choice but to, you know what I'm saying, see the different shit that's going on.
Bro, you right. You right. It's gonna come up on your feed some kind of way.
I'll give y'all an example. Ahmaud Arbery, I still haven't watched. I watched parts of the video, but I never watched all the way up until where it happens. You know what I'm saying? I just can't, and because enough people gave me enough reactions that I was like, okay, I get it. That I don't need to even go there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, to keep 100 with you, bro, I still ain't seen the whole George Floyd video, and I never will. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know what happened. You feel me? And then it's like, all right, for the whole world to react like that, I'm like, it's probably as bad as I'm thinking it is. Like, no, I'm cool.
Yeah, you don't want to see that shit, bro. That shit was fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. That was fucked up, bro. You don't want to see that shit. How they do us, man.
I hear you. Now, I will say this. When that little nigga, Mike, it was like shooting at them police in Dallas, I watched all of those.
Yeah.
Me too, B. Me too, B. I love that shit.
Favorite.
I can't do it,
Yeah,
man.
same with Christopher Dorner, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Even
boxing during that time was fucking crazy. I ain't gonna lie, them Dorner threads.
Bro, hey, yo, you think they'd ever make a movie off that nigga?
They did.
Of course. They're gonna make a movie off that, of course.
Man,
give it like 5 years, they're gonna make a Christopher Dorner documentary on Netflix, probably. Or something like that. I could see it.
Even if I say I don't have no sympathy for police, which I don't, I can't honestly say I can watch that video and I can't. He said starring LL. Is you joking?
Bro, tell me LL can't play Christopher Dorner.
Yo, you absolutely right, though.
I just thought it.
What's that movie where he played Jesus? You know what I'm saying? That's the part right there. Yo, okay, man. That's funny, man.
But yo, no days off. This is my theory about the theories. When you look at some of these people, whether it be because of their celebrity or the impact that they made in the world, you want to believe that they died for something bigger. Like for years, motherfuckers was talking about Tupac was in Cuba. Yeah. He didn't really die, or he was just so powerful the FBI had to take him out. Niggas just don't want to believe that somebody like Tupac could die because he stomped out a nigga that he had no business putting hands on.
Absolutely no business.
And somebody sought out retribution. Like you don't want to think that.
Yeah.
You want to think they die for something bigger.
And you
like my nigga, you stomped out a career criminal, my nigga. You know what I mean?
It's the same thing with Nick. It's like you don't want to believe that some niggas' feelings was hurt because of some snitch allegations. Yeah. You just want to believe that he was supposed to unify the gangs and meet with the LAPD, so motherfuckers just had to take him out.
Yo, you ever heard Nipsey song? Everything else. You ever heard Nipsey song "Stuck in the Grind"?
I haven't, and I'm a Nipsey fan. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, that's on No Pressure with Bino.
Yeah, depending on who you ask, he was rhyming about shitty cuz. You know what I mean? It's like one of those verses the shoe fits entirely too well.
He's got quite a few verses where you listen to them in retrospect where they kind of mirror his life. Like when the nigga says on the first Blue Laces, when he said the same one who shot you is the one you used to smoke with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you did touch on something though, which is a good point. That like even when whether it's a conspiracy theory, he's in Cuba, or we want to think like it's some elaborate setup and Suge it took a bullet to the head to try to get rid of him, a label deal, because we want to feel like he died because they, you know, the label, because you don't want to believe, like you said, just using Tupac as an example. You know what I'm saying? Or I get that. You know what I mean? And,
I got a question.
man, I love it, man. Here,
Yeah.
what's that? You got
So,
the floor.
all right. I know I'm probably like, I'm younger than most of y'all. I'm 27. So when Pac and Big was around doing anything, of course, I was a little bitty kid. I wasn't old enough to take it all in when, you know, they was, I'm sure when they was doing anything, they were insanely popular. They were huge. And I think
Definitely.
with their untimely passings, it made them even bigger. That's what I think personally. Like the way we look at Pac and Big is the same way we look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like Will Chamberlain, or, you know, how they have like, you know, Kareem's like has the scoring record, and how Will has like 20, 50 fucking records, you know, like most rebounds in the game, like almost 100 and stuff like that. That's how I've always looked at it with Pac and Big. Like they're kind of like the historians of hip hop.
Look,
You know,
but I will
you
say
know.
this: a lot of people die, and they was like nothing, and you know, Big had the line, "You nobody till somebody kills you." But Big and Tupac wasn't that. If you in that era, I can tell you, like Big was the first nigga making like $1 million music videos, right? Like they literally, right? Tupac literally, right? I'm doing movies. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm everywhere. He was the man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Versace model. Them niggas literally were that, and then they died. So they were already like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel you.
Mega stars. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
That's
them
what I
niggas
was
was
gonna
mega
say.
stars.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna
already
say. That's what makes their case different.
Yeah.
To piggyback off of what No Days was saying, them dudes were already huge. Every album they put out was platinum. Biggie was writing platinum albums for other people, like Lil Kim Hardcore. He wrote that whole album.
Yeah.
This nigga Biggie had songs with Michael Jackson, my nigga.
Junior Mafia. He wrote that whole album.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Nah,
these
and
were
you're
already them
absolutely right.
dudes. And I'll say this too: you got to think about how many guys have passed that weren't elevated to that status. Nobody is saying Freaky Ty is one of the greatest
man, rest in peace,
personalities. R.I.P. Freaky Ty.
Nah, you're right though.
I love the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
But nobody was like, yo, Freaky Ty is the greatest just because he passed.
I feel you.
Right.
Same thing with Big L. Big L, phenomenal lyricist. Nobody's like, yo, Big L. Like, there's people right now, if I was to go say Big L, Big who?
Right.
And yo,
Man,
they
that's
say,
like-
okay, yo, hey, and that's because like, all right, when Pac and Big was alive, you had niggas saying that they was the greatest. You feel me? Like you had niggas putting them up there like while they was still breathing. So like, obviously, you know, like our generation, we know it now because we see the effect of what happens to a rapper after they get killed. But niggas wasn't really knowing that then. It's like, yo, this nigga's the nicest. You can't fuck with him, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Then he get popped on top. Of course, you're going to get propelled to like superhero saint status. You feel me?
Hey, Rashid Latif, let me ask you from your generation, who would you say is the rapper that's like been goated because they died? That's not Tupac and Biggie.
It's a great question, No Days Off.
I mean, yo. Now go ahead. Now. You know what I'm saying? That's you.
I was gonna say, if I had to pick one person, I feel that's goated, that's passed from our generation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, it's more than one. It ain't gonna be a popular take.
Hold on. First off, I'm sorry, Megawatts. I'm sorry, bro. I let you in and then I totally forgot, bro. I'm high as shit, but shout out to Megawatts for joining in and pulling
Megawatts, what up? What up?
Shout out, Megawatts.
Hey, now hold on though. This nigga with Rashid Latif sound a little suspect. This nigga about to say smiles and self stuff.
No.
This nigga about to say Stagger Lee.
You got the floor, Rashid Latif.
No, man. If I had to pick somebody, it ain't gonna be a popular take, obviously, but I'm gonna have to go with, because it's a couple, honestly. Well, damn.
Speak your mind. Ain't nobody going. This the BS podcast, man. So what's good, man?
Because it's not just one. Think about it.
Rashid Latif, mine as well.
Might as
Go,
well.
All right.
Yo, habeas corpus stupid.
All right. I'm gonna go with. I mean, there's Nipsey, but I mean,
I agree.
I'm not mad. I'm a Nipsey fan. I'm not mad. I was
that's my unanimous pick.
Yeah.
What
For
about
like
Pop
the
Smoke?
younger generation, and all that.
Pop
Yeah.
Smoke.
His career
wasn't too
was
familiar
because
with
he
see,
passed too early.
that's the one I was gonna go with. Cause there's more than one.
You
You
speak
got
your
Pop
mind.
Smoke, you got Nipsey, you got XXX, you got Juice WRLD. You know, from an influential standpoint, they were huge. You know, so
matter of fact, because like Pop Smoke and Megawatts from the same hood. Like, what it look like to them out there?
I didn't know that.
Megawatts, was he goated before he died? Would you say? But in your neighborhood is a different thing. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying, would you say in general, did you feel like he was goated before he died? Type of thing when he was on that.
I feel like he was already doing his thing, and other people in the game kind of recognized that. That's why like people in the South was messing with him, and 50 was already kind of supporting him in a sense. So he was already up there, and I think once the album dropped, that pretty much solidified that he was gonna be a mega star, or he was gonna be propelling himself to the next plateau. So the fact that he passed, I think it etches his time in history. You know what I'm saying? And especially with the success of that first album, I think like he gonna stay around for a little. So I don't want to put a status on it as far as what y'all saying, but he up there. Brooklyn term.
we're going.
I just want to say real quick, I agree with Rashid Latif. Hopefully I said your name correct. I agree with you on the Nipsey. I'm a little bit older. I'm 35, like, so I'm a little bit older, right? So I agree with you because Nipsey, for one, his message, right? His message was for the people, right? For two, his actions was for the people. He was always in the hood for the people. He built his businesses around the people. He helped the people. So, and that lives on, I always got some funny shit to say, but the marathon continues, right?
Yeah.
So, I think just based on them 2 points, think about Pac and Big, they was really for the people, Big brought his people to where they're at, Junior Mafia, Bad Boy, so when it's for the people, man, that shit sticks, when you do it for yourself, your legacy don't live as long. That's all I got.
No, I definitely agree there. And it's like, like Rashid and Habeas, like I definitely agree with both of y'all picks of Nipsey because this nigga was doing like so much off the mic for the community that like he was like, all right, the one thing I will give LA credit for is like, they definitely did give him his flowers when he was alive. Cause like he had built this community center called Vector 90. And then like he had redid like this little basketball court like in his neighborhood. And like the Vector 90 Community Center was all on the local CBS News. They was praising him. And then when he redid like the little the basketball court, that was all over the Fox News out there. They was praising him. So it wasn't like, this nigga died. And like, oh, nah, we love him. It's like, nah, man, like, how could y'all do this to this nigga that we've been showing you? Okay, look, niggas say the same thing about rappers and athletes. How come y'all niggas don't take that money and politic and do this for the hood and yada, 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 right? So you got a rapper that's doing everything that you say that you want rappers and athletes to do. Then it's like, y'all blows the brain out. It's like, man, this is tragic. And it's like, you can niggas can't win for losing. You feel me?
Know what? And Nipsey, I was living in LA in 2013 when he dropped that $1,000 album. If y'all remember that, or was it like a $10,000 album? It was maybe it was $1,000.
The homie was tripping.
But Jay-Z,
bought 10 copies. So.
Jay-Z bought like 100 copies of it or something like that, right? You know what I'm saying?
10 copies.
Because Jay-Z could do that. But at that time, my nigga, I was broke on the bus.
But my point was, so Nipsey had already gotten to a point where he could pull some shit like that and get some support from a guy like Jay-Z well before he died. That was, 2013.
Facts.
So it wasn't like he died and then people start pretending like Nip was this dude. And he was one of them dudes, you go back and looking like the Source magazine in the late 90s. He was one of them cats in the back of the magazine pushing his one of them, just like 50 Cent. If you go back to the back of the Source magazines in the late 90s, you'll see 50 Cent and a whole bunch of other cats that didn't make it and some that did that was back there like, yo, check me out too.
And them small ads.
He used to have the unsigned hype.
And that's like another thing about it too,
Unsigned hype. I
Like,
said this
how did
about
Game
Pop
say on that
Smoke.
song Dreams? How he said, I seen so-and-so's legacy melt away like a candle.
Rasheed, what you say?
Yeah, like, with legacy is like how I feel with some artists, even outside of hip hop, it's like as the years, decades even go by, their legacies kind of melt away.
Yeah.
Kind of like, erode. Like Game's on that song Dreams. I forgot the rapper's name. He said, I seen so-and-so's legacy melt away like a candle.
Yeah.
Forgot how the lyric goes, but basically, if you think about it, like, there's this local rapper from New Orleans called BTY Youngin, from my hood, Holly Grove, that died, I think, 2016, 2017. Literally up the street from my grandparents' house. They murdered him at the gas station up the street from my grandparents' house. No one even talks about him like that anymore. I mean, to us, we know of him because, we're from there's a legend, as well as, Young Greatness from Kenner, Louisiana. Just, you see how no one really speaks on him outside of Louisiana like that. Like, you would have to kind of search out for, like, they stuff. But Nipsey, we still talk about,
Yeah.
Like, so as long as we keep speaking on it, keep talking on it, you keep his name alive, the marathon keeps going, continuing.
Yeah.
So
you know what, and what you said about Freaky Ty One, I mean, it was 100% true. But that's my way of keeping them artists alive. Is that my playlist is crazy and everything ain't in the same playlist. You know what I'm saying? But I got everything, man, and I keep everybody alive. I listen to some of everything, man, and I'll have a moment where I'm listening to a song like, dang, we did lose him. You know what I'm saying? And time, what they say, time is in a, you know what I'm saying, is in like a flat circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That song, They Reminisce Over You, you know what I'm saying, was for they dude, they had lost T-Roy. You know what I'm saying? And you fast forward to now, and it's Dirk and they putting on for Vaughn and them who lost their homie T-Roy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I heard about that nigga T-Roy because that nigga Rondo number 9 kept rapping about him.
That's right. Oh yeah, Rondo was. I'm assuming they did some things together.
Allegedly.
but them dudes is like MF Doom would like to consider rap snitch Knishes.
Yeah.
You ever heard the song Rap Snitch Knishes?
I have heard that song.
Nah.
Yeah. And the hook goes, rap snitches telling all their business. They sit in the court and be their own star witness. You looking for the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here. Fuck around and get the whole label set up for years. That's what niggas be doing. They be talking about all their exploits.
Hey, hold on.
Shout out my nigga Ant McQueen. This nigga Ant McQueen dropping knowledge every week.
And no comments, y'all. No comments just pulled up who dropped all that NFT knowledge on us.
Hey, Ant, real quick, Ant, what year that came out, Ant?
No, guy, y'all be back in 1 minute.
Yo, LightandBlaze, what you say, bro?
Yeah, my bad, man.
I said, no, I was saying the Ant. I was saying what year that came out.
Ooh.
That was after Mad. Nah, that was after Mad Villain because that was on.
Hey, yo, and put that in the chat. I'm definitely gonna listen to that later.
Yeah,
that was on the Food album.
Okay, so regardless, basically what my point is, he foretold what's going on now. Even though what's still going on back then, now is rampant, and he pretty much forecasted what's going on.
Because rap,
but I think now it's even worse because back then everything was hypothetical.
Yeah,
it's like, yo, I run up on you and I clap you and I leave your shirt
do this red. To this
now,
guy, yeah.
Now you listen to what's name? You listen to like Bobby Shmurda, like Hot Nigga, and this nigga named everybody in his crew. Tone get busy with the Tone get busy with the Glocks.
Yeah. Okay, got him.
You know you talked to Shiesty before you. Yeah, I talked to Shiesty before I shot niggas.
Yeah.
It's just funny how like
tell me more.
Say that again, Rashid Latif.
It's just funny how that song by Doom came out 17 years ago. Yeah, that correlates to. It's most recent, like the 6ix9ine, situation. Yeah. Just funnily enough,
I would say Chicago specifically because all these dudes they shouting.
Rap snitches.
How many songs were they shouting out this dude D Rose and D Rose wasn't even rapping, but don't make me call D Rose boy. He's 6 double low boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This nigga gonna run up on you, do this, that, and the third. So you know about all of the side characters, like you said, T Roy. Never even heard this nigga rap, but we know of him because the rest of them.
Hold on. These KTS niggas, you know who these niggas are because they made a series of videos that was not rap at all. Just them literally rolling through the streets of Chicago, going and blowing at their ops called No Lacking. KTS No Lacking. They blew up off that shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
They got more views on that than they music videos they dropped later. Like niggas just going and watching them drilling. That Chirac shit took the shit from hypothetical gangster to then we went to like talking about how, you know, like you said, maybe saying too much. And then it went to like, I'm actually gonna show you the gun I did the crime with. Feds zooming in on serial numbers and getting niggas convicted and shit. Like,
yeah, but that's when niggas just want to go to jail. You feel me? Like, hey, come lock me up.
I'm glad nowadays I've mentioned it though. Like with Chirac, Chief Keef, you know, to me I feel like is an icon. Honestly, you know, if you with me, that's most recent to me. You know, around that time when drill was kind of, you know, coming up, and you know how Chief Keef was like the hottest artist at one point in time. You know, like dude had a whole song on Kanye West's album, Cruel Summer. You know, he was signed to a major label and everything. And he's still doing his thing. Just I've always felt he could have been bigger. Cause like influence wise, like Keith, I feel like he don't get his flowers, man. You know,
I feel you on that.
Influence wise, Keith don't get his flowers.
I feel you on that. But it's
The
like,
whole
all right.
I think he does. I think he does. But I'll say this about Keith. I feel like he could have been bigger in the mainstream, but he kind of fell back and he kind of squandered some opportunities. Like they had that video he was supposed to do.
The video she didn't show up for.
It was 50 Cent and Wiz Khalifa. Nigga didn't show up to his own music video.
Yeah.
He had a string of shows he was supposed to do, didn't show up. But to his credit, he did manage to make things work independently. So I think Chief Keef gets his props as far as, you know, spearheading the whole thing. But this shit it's sad to me, man. Like No Day said earlier, to reference something you said earlier in the conversation. I don't feel more desensitized as the years go by. Honestly, I don't know what's going on, bro. I think it's like the older I get, the more sensitive to this shit that I actually feel.
Definitely.
Me too.
Definitely.
Me too. Yeah.
Like, bro, a nigga got kittens now. Like I got 2 kittens the other day. I got two little 3-month-old
Shout out to
kittens.
Black Fatherhood, man.
Yeah, my nigga, and out here, salute, you know.
Salute, congratulations.
Nigga, I would have never had a kitten 4 or 5 years. Look at these punk ass cats out of here. But now, nigga,
that nigga cat daddy now, nigga.
I'm so sensitive now.
Oh man, that's funny, man. But
so I say that to say this: like when I'm hearing about these dudes killing each other, and when you take into consideration how young they are, this shit is depressing, bro.
Yeah,
this shit is depressing because you recognize that this shit is a symptom of a much bigger problem, regardless of however people may try to spin it. People try to spin it like it's the other way around. Like, listen, you can take every studio out the hood, wipe every computer completely clean of Pro Tools and Logics, and these niggas will still be shooting at each other. Like, it just is what it is.
And you raise a good question. So, like, okay, it's nothing new under the sun and all that, but at the same time, it's like, you're like, it's the first time we're at this age, and it's the first time it's like, where we sensitive to it, and we looking back on it like, damn, what's going on? But at the same time, it's like our aunts, uncles, and parents is probably looking at us when we was 13, 14, 15, thinking the same thing about like our generation from coast to coast. So it's like, does that change the way that you look at them as far as like the ones that were older than us? It's like, okay, I see what y'all was going through now.
I don't know, because it's a little bit different, because when I was growing up, my pops was into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? My pops was like in his early 20s in the 80s. Yeah. So like hip hop, it's not like my grandfather
grew up with hip hop.
Yeah, my pop, yo, if I show you all my pictures from preschool, kindergarten, first grade, pops was at every school trip. This nigga had 3 gold rope chains on, rings on. He was like super hip hop out. Like it wasn't fun.
That too, not, you know.
Yeah,
I don't want to cut you off. So yeah,
say that. But I will say this: it definitely changes the way in which I listen to some of the music that I enjoy. Like I'm a big fan of like gangster rap, hardcore rap, especially like West Coast shit. So it's like listening to some of this shit now. It hits me a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It dampens my mood just a tad bit when I'm hearing certain things, especially from cats that pass. Like when you hear like Pop Smoke, Senator Addy we gonna slide. Oh, that's
Yeah,
how this nigga. They had the Addy and they slid. It's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It just
I
don't.
think about that when I listen to that line. Yeah. I think about when you listen to the end to Hit 'Em Up, and look, regardless of Biggie had anything to do right with Pac dying, it's irrelevant to my point. When you listen to the end to Hit 'Em Up, man, Tupac is talking like nothing in the world will ever happen to me, nigga. On God. If any nigga on your block was ever talking like that, and there's plenty of niggas that came through talking like that, they don't last long, man.
No, they don't.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah.
I just
it, bro. The hatred, just that nigga Tupac's tone, the energy was just like, it's just ugly.
Yeah.
I think the other
and Lil Kim, ugly ass
the video
streets, like nigga, there's so much vitriol being spewed by Pac.
Exactly.
But the other thing about Pac was, I think he was so on the mindset of, I know I'm not gonna be here that long.
Yeah.
So he really ain't give a fuck.
Right.
Facts.
Truly,
nah, bruh.
Truly no fucks
Bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yo, like what kind of thoughts was this nigga thinking when he was super drunk, I'm saying, off Hennessy, super high, like, yeah, like what kind of realization did he come to? It's like, bro, I'm not gonna see 30 years old. Like I know it. You see what I'm saying? And just accepted it. Like he ain't even move like a nigga that planned to be 33, 34, 34 years old.
Nope.
You can't speak
like
that shit
everything
into existence like that, man.
But everything I hear, true. But everything I hear from everybody that was around him was like a common theme was, yo, I don't have time to be fucking around. I got shit to do.
That's right.
Yo,
I'm on the clock.
That was his beef with Dre.
This nigga Shock G said, I've never seen Tupac eat a vegetable. You know what I mean? Like that nigga knew, it's like, bro, I ain't finna be 50. You know what I'm saying?
Pollo Loco.
Exactly.
That was his beef with Dre. He was like, bro, I don't have time to sit here and like do the verse 50 times. He was like, I want to do the 50 verses of 50 different songs. You in here, and yeah, he was moving at a different world pace.
Yeah.
Yo, so like, who has that work ethic in hip hop now? We give it to who? Like
Wayne?
A couple years ago, I would have said like Lil Wayne.
Currency.
The
reason why I give it to Currency is because Wayne had a stretch. This nigga Currency is still going. Wayne had that 2-3 year period where he was just everything was back to back to back. Just because Currency has not slowed down.
This nigga Currency, Udonis Haslem with it. This nigga Currency, Tom Brady with it. Like, how's this nigga still going?
Fuck Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady.
But now let me say this about Wayne, because I know some people, because he has a studio down here in Miami, and I know people that's around him. He records like Currency. The only difference between him and Wayne, Currency and Wayne, is Wayne ain't putting his shit out. He just recording just as like a hobby, as a sport, to keep my skills sharp. But Wayne is recording 3, 4, 5 songs a day. You know what I mean? Since Carter 5, you know what I mean? So he has the material, he's just not putting it out.
Yeah, I think that whole situation with Birdman kind of salted him too on putting shit out too.
Yeah,
naturally.
That's true.
Like, yo, that would have pissed me off. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know,
like I want my money.
The
you know what I
biggest
mean?
mistake in his career was when he was a free agent and Jay-Z was trying to get him to come over, and then he had all the controversy with Cash Money, and then still re-signed with Cash Money, man. Like,
yo, they had the best deal in the game though.
But if you ain't getting your cut, what does it matter?
Yeah, what's the point?
I don't care what, if the deal is the great. If we get $1 billion, you saying we, but my cut ain't coming in the mail, then.
most of them only getting upfront money, or at the time, because 50 hadn't started talking about numbers and things like that. Most of them weren't educated enough to even think about the back end. That's why Puffy was able to come in and get everybody's royalties. They weren't thinking about that. They were only thinking about the upfront money. So at that point, I don't know if, I mean, I agree. He should have probably went with Jay-Z. I mean, he ended up getting his masters from Jay-Z at the end of the day anyway, but I'm sure Cash Money had the bigger bag to give him at the time.
Yo, but what's wild is you say that, right? What's the dude's name from Cash Money? Baby. Mm-hmm. They didn't even know they got that deal because they didn't know what they was doing.
Can you speak on that?
They got that deal I don't remember the exact deal that they had, but like you said, it was the best deal at the time.
They came out the
Like,
gate getting 30 mil from Universal in like
crazy
978.
Yeah, him and Slim.
Crazy shit. But he got that deal because he asked for that much, but he didn't know he wasn't supposed to ask for that much. That's how he got that deal.
But it fed out better for them in the end, you know, because that album,
definitely
400 Degrees, that took them niggas off, man. 400
But
Degrees.
you know Birdman's, Birdman's slogan, you could recontract the contract, Playboy.
Playboy?
You always recontract.
So we forever in business with Drake.
And I read a quote from him, and I ain't read a quote. I saw him say it in a video, but he said basically like, man, I don't pay nobody until the court say I gotta pay them. I'm letting you know off the top, I'm gonna pay you when the court say I gotta pay you. I'm gonna follow the law. Man, this nigga gonna make you spend money to get your money, bro. I ain't doing business with nobody like that, man.
Nah, I feel you.
So are you saying it's one of those Pretty Tony situations like the Mac?
Hold on, speak on that.
And that's exactly what it is.
You know what he said in the Mac? He was like, bitches wake up with some money, they subject to go crazy. I keep them looking good, but no dough. You don't give them no money. You don't want them to have no type of control over the situation. We're going to put a cash money chain on you, buy you a car or two.
With your advance money.
With your money.
That
you
car,
won't pay for it.
That car ain't nobody.
We're going to get you a Honda and 14s.
Yeah, what that nigga Jay Jerkin nigga say on the lockdown. Yeah.
Yo, remember, that's what Pebbles did. That's what Pebbles did with TLC. TLC, that second album, Crazy Sexy Cool, it reportedly generated like 75 million. Because at the time, it was the biggest selling female group album of all time.
Ever.
75 million, and all three girls got 500,000 each, bro.
I'm sorry, they
got 75 million.
I thought they got less than that. You know what I mean? Like that's okay.
Me too.
They got 500,000 each, and then Pebbles turned around and charged them $1 million for each letter in TLC to get the rights to the name back.
Yup.
What the fuck?
She was pimping.
Damn.
They got royally fucked.
But 1.5 out of 75 million is like, where'd the rest of that money? Well, we don't need to ask where the rest of the money went.
Yeah.
Niggas know where.
And all of this shit is documented.
Yeah. LA Arena buying new houses.
Y'all know how dudes always be like stay independent. I've been waiting for maybe somebody did this already, but I've been waiting for the day somebody took the deal. They took like a $500,000 advance, right? Like $1 million advance. And then they spend like $10 fucking making the album, like literally, like, you know, shooting a video with their iPhone, recorded in the crib, whatever, or you know what I'm saying, maybe spend $2,000 in the studio, and then, but actually make a hit. Like, who's done that? Do y'all know?
I think a couple people done that.
Ghostface has done it for sure, because I seen an interview with Ghostface where he said he got a big check from Def Jam. The nigga recorded like 3-4 albums off that one budget. Remember when Ghostface was dropping all them albums on Def Jam, Fish Scale, Morpheus, Big Doe Rehab,
what's the
all
purple?
them shit was coming back to back to back. Man? He recorded all them albums off one advance check.
For real.
That makes sense.
So he claims.
Yeah.
I get it. It would make sense. Yeah. Speak on that. No comment.
Oh, I think I'm fairly sure Cam did that.
On his Rockefeller deal, you think? Or his
Nah, I think before that.
Koch, whatever the fuck it was.
I think Cam did that. He might have done it on the Rockefeller joint. But I know dudes started catching on to like, yo, all right, recoup. I know what recoup means now. Okay.
Yeah.
And they'll take that money, go pay for a couple beats,
and
knock everything out.
When you get my brother works in the business, man. I know, and I've seen these contracts, and I've seen right. And so when you start knowing what questions to ask, that's where they don't like you no more. Like when they're like, "Oh yeah, we got a studio for you." You're like, "No, I got a studio.
Nah, I'm good. I got a studio.
I know I'm recording that. Y'all ain't got to pay for the studio.
I built the studio.
No, but once again, though, it's like, it shouldn't be you asking those questions. That should be your manager. That should be your lawyer. You feel me? Like, you're supposed to have a team to get that done. You see what I'm saying?
But hold up. A lot of times, either the manager is with the fuck shit because he getting his cut, or the manager is one of your people who just started managing. And he's learning just like you learning.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. But I was watching an interview. I was watching an interview the other night. I think it might have been Wu-Tang on Drink Champs, or it might have been somebody else. But anyway, just like you were saying, the studio will block time for you. I mean, the record company will block time for you in the studio, and you go to the studio, you might not get everything done, but you getting charged for that day at that studio
for every second.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Every second.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you gotta go to the bathroom. All right, that's on the clock.
You getting the funny rate that niggas who don't look at their contracts get too. So even if it's a $200 hour studio, you paying fucking $2,000 an hour for that studio.
Yeah. I
promise you are.
Because they not.
Hey, that Fiji water wasn't free, nigga.
Hold up. Because the studio is not billing you. They billing the record company. So they like, oh, it's $500 an hour.
That's right.
$2,000 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Plus all the incidentals. Oh, and then we ain't finished the session, so we got to shut this whole studio down, tape everything off, so you can come back tomorrow and finish. You paying for the studio for the week.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a different rate.
Like you said, it's the studio is basically the liaison. Like they right in the middle. They billing the label, and the label is billing you. But yo, to the Wu-Tang thing, I seen a thread the other day. People, it was something about Raekwon saying something about Divine and like the split of the money. They called Divine a piece of shit.
I saw that.
So for years, I had the one thought where it was like, damn, it's fucked up. Everybody not getting, their fair share of the pie. But then now, when I think about it, sometimes it's like, should everybody really get the same when you consider everybody's duties within the group?
Well, hold up.
Now, of course, RZA will be making the most because he put everything together.
But
he was on everything. You get paid for what you do. You get paid for your duty.
True, but this is what I did see. I saw them talking about like the Wu store, where they all put up an equal amount to build and start the Wu store. And they ain't seen none of that money. That's fucked up. That's bad business.
That's right. Like,
where do equality come into that?
I saw that same story where Raekwon talking about it, saying he put up 60,000, and he said they all put in the same amount, but nobody never saw no checks after that, man. Like,
Here's the wild thing. Hold on. Here's the wild thing. How much did they put up?
Well, how much they put up? 60,000, I believe.
60,000 is Wu-Tang. They all know lessons. What's 6? 6 is equality. What's equality? You treat your brother like you would treat yourself. That's mathematics. So
you see your shit. But let me ask you this. You see your shit. But let me say this. Nobody. You're right. You speak real.
My nigga, I'm saying no written, Niru, no comment, Divine, Clarentine, X the third. You know what I mean?
Hold on, LightandBlaze. Hold on, speak on that, LightandBlaze.
Yeah, that's real shit, bro. That's real shit, bro.
Straight up.
But I was just gonna say, it's nobody's business to teach you good business. So after a while, you know what I'm saying? And ironically, Divine learned all that stuff through one single book. Everything you should know about the business. So while he was reading the book, what y'all was doing? So after a while, you can say, yeah, my brother's supposed to do this, he's supposed to do that. But at a certain point, you're supposed to be on your business. You're supposed to be reading contracts. Like we were just saying, you're supposed to be having your lawyers, having the people around you so you ain't getting jerked out your money.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Big facts.
But like I said, when you're dealing with your brothers and it's supposed to be equality,
true.
You can't really talk math to me now.
In theory, you would like to think that you could trust your brother. I see what you're saying.
Right.
Yo, the one thing we don't know about that situation, right? As far as relating to the mathematics and the numbers, from what I understand, Divine was like the Rockefeller startup. You know what I mean? So while they was in the studio building the album, he was out in like Ohio, whatever, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, fun. So I think it's tricky at the end of the day because he always gonna have that so-called seed money up in there. You know what I mean? So when it busts down, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to tell the bank, yo, you're not getting yours. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, and that's true. But he's putting up the bank. They putting up everything else. And they shit Wu-Tang is universal. You know what I'm saying?
But like
Wu-Tang is all around the globe. It's not some local shit. So, Wu-Tang was never some East Coast, West Coast shit.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang is universal.
It was a movement, man.
Beginning. We talking about the beginning, and also just like saying as far as studio time costing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like again, if you go back to the essence and what the numbers were, who were putting in what at the beginning, it's hard at the end. I understand both sides, because at the end of the day, you like, we the talent, we putting in the work, we doing up the albums and things like that, but it comes down to that paperwork and whatever was up in there.
Nah, yo,
I understand that you're right, but it's if you don't have this, you can't have that. If you don't have this, you can't have that. You need balance.
That lesson is though, man, is all like, cause I'm with you, no comment as far as if it's my brother. We shouldn't even have to be talking about no paperwork, but the lesson is from Wu-Tang is even if it's your brother, y'all need to sit down and you should be enough love that we can have this business conversation.
No doubt.
Because we should have enough love to get this paperwork right.
What about the nigga that created the W? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his cut? That
cut.
What's his
yo? Hey, nigga, here go your 2 free tickets to the show. You know what I mean? And there you go.
$500.
Everybody want to be hard on a rap record, but it take a real man to sit down and be like, hey, so let's talk about this, man. What am I, what's my cut for this W? Or can I be a part of this Wu-Tang thing? Do I get 1% on the back end forever?
Exactly. So it's all number.
Here go the thing though. Here go the thing. Go, and what you say?
No, I was gonna say the thing that I would have to take into consideration is like involvement. Because on one hand, it's like, yeah, if everybody put this up or whatever, like what is the complete understanding? Like what is everybody's involvement? Because on the music side, cats were upset about RZA getting the biggest piece of the pie.
Yeah.
But the nigga produced the whole first album, produced everybody's first solo album, produced the whole second album. So he did about 8 or 9 albums. So it's like you only gonna get credit for the joints that you wrote on when this man was on everything. So naturally he's gonna get more because he did more.
If you understand,
on the as far as the brand,
and that's
like
fair.
Wu-Wear, it's like who's doing the designs, who's doing logistics, everything else that's required behind the scenes. Or did you have some sort of understanding that was like, if you put up this much, then you're gonna get this much, just for investing in the store.
But that's that's like a movie set, right? The actors show up and they do one job. You got everybody who, just like you said, man, like the cats who design. You got the cats who got to make the lights right, who got to get the sound, who to get the props, who got a location scout. Everybody do their part, and it ain't the actor job at the end, right? You can't at the end of the movie just go, man, it did good, or everybody try to figure out the end. That's why your paperwork got to be right before we go down this road. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't just, because once you start making the money, then that's what happened every time. Niggas start going, wait, oh, what? And like you said, some cats did more than others. But how can we divvy it up now if the paperwork ain't right? And we just all...
Hey, but look.
From my understanding, Powell was the one that was handling a lot of the designs. Like, for Wu-Wear. Like, that was his baby. Powell.
For real?
Yeah, like Wu-Wear, like the store and everything. Like, that was Powell's
I ain't even know all that.
But once you take my money as an investor, go ahead, no comment.
But all right, Powell's doing all the designs. It's his baby. I understand that. But what's keeping this moving is the group.
Yeah.
You go anywhere in the world, you see the Wu-Tang sign.
Yeah. Like that's what's keeping the lights on. You feel me?
That's what's making people go to the Wu store.
Yeah. Like that's what's generating the income. Like all this is nothing if we don't have money coming in. The money is coming in because we as a group are popping.
Right. Exactly.
But that's where it kind of gets kind of tricky though. That's where it gets kind of tricky though, because it's like yeah, Wu as a whole, as a conglomerate, that's the brand. But Wu-Wear, even though it's like a subsidiary of Wu-Tang, it's still its own thing. Like the Wu-Wear store was like its own thing.
Yeah.
No. But he's saying,
music.
but he's
As a
saying,
business, as
if
a
the
company.
group falls off, or if the group disbands, right, or if Wu-Tang is no longer relevant as a group, even
Nobody's
if it's
buying
officially a
Wu-Tang.
different company.
When the last time you seen a nigga in a Rockaway hoodie? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Oh no, I get that. I get that 1000%. But what I'm saying, as far as the people who are actually working Wu-Wear itself, just like there are people who work within within Wu-Wear, these motherfuckers probably weren't getting a cut of whatever the fuck ODB was doing in the studio,
They
or
definitely
whoever else was doing in the studio.
Yeah, nah,
you get paid to play your role, like whatever your role is within this, nigga. If you a designer, if you work wholesale, if you work in sales, whatever you doing, you getting paid for that.
Well, look, I can say that's work for hire. You know what I'm saying? But how can you possibly be work for hire when you're an establishing member of such a huge group? That's not some work for hire shit. Work for hire is,
the gaffer, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Work for hire is, I want this shirt. Send me some designs and we'll make some samples and I'll pick out a design and I'll pay you for that design. That's work for hire.
Hey, Nero,
is not work for hire.
Yo, Nero, you can be anything. Bruh, my fault, Naru, you can be anything depending on what the papers say, on what the paperwork say. You feel me?
What you mean? Speak on that. What do you mean?
Nah, as far as like, yo, I there's a whole lot of things we want to say in theory and say, yo, you my brother, this, we should get that. But it's like, my man, depending on what's on the letters or those contracts or the agreement that you sign, that's your cut. That's what it is right there. So yeah, you could be the founding member. You could be the rainmaker that's bringing everything in. But if you got your name on this deal that say you only gonna get this, you only gonna get that.
That's a fact. That's right and exact. That's true.
Big facts.
And look, and that's that goes back to my original point. Now I mean, like, niggas don't realize how much they need lawyers. You feel me?
well,
hold up. I can say this for sure. If Wu-Tang came out today, I think mathematics would be straight as far as the logo, because he done made that shit an NFT.
Yeah. Hey, nah.
Sure. Hell yeah.
Hey, I like the way you slipped that in there, cuz.
Hold on. I don't want to go. I want to stay on New York for a second. Hold on. This video, and by the way, trash quality of this video. It was like watching it was filmed with somebody's ass or something, man. Like this K-Flock shooting video.
That's another one I ain't pressed play on.
First of all, step your camera game up, whether it's surveillance or in store, close, I don't know.
Yeah.
That shit was trash. I really still can't understand what's going on, but it really brought to my attention New York. I was thinking, man, watching that video, if it happened where I live, it would be self-defense and he would go home pretty much. And where he lives, even if they give him self-defense, he's still gonna do a number of years just for having the gun.
Yeah.
But what kind of gun was it?
That I don't know.
Hey.
As long as it's nothing crazy, go ahead.
Now I was going to ask you, like, does it matter what kind of gun it is in New York?
It does.
Okay. Like, what is it? Does it matter if it's a handgun or a rifle or what?
Yeah. If he had some exotic shit, he's gonna do some time.
It's a handgun. It was definitely a handgun.
If it's a handgun, he's gonna probably do a regular gun charge, which is anywhere depending on his record. I think it's on a guess, because I haven't been in that life.
Yeah. Well, no. What's that guess?
Working man.
How much time is that?
But I think it's like depending on his record and shit. It could be anywhere from, I think, 1 to 4, or 1 to 3, or maybe even more if he got other past charges that he has and shit.
No, homeboy already had a charge. He already had a charge with a gun, so
he's a felon.
So he got a second gun? Yeah.
No, he already on 1 gun charge. Homeboy done, man. I know New York don't fuck around with guns, but I mean, you
at all.
You can shoot a nigga if you want, so you straight.
Wait, you said you where?
Oh, my bad, bro. I'm in Houston.
And I'm in Atlanta.
In Texas.
Yeah, I'll shoot
hey,
you.
Yeah, Atlanta the same way.
Yeah.
That's true, man. I'm in the H right now, too.
Yeah. You where?
I said, I'm in Houston right now, too. We out here.
Oh, my bro. Okay, good shit.
Shout out to the town, man.
You can shoot a nigga to pop up on your front porch and you straight.
New York, okay, nigga.
You can't fuck with that shit, man.
Yeah,
right.
Man. Be careful.
Yeah,
Y'all be safe
homeboy
with them
done.
things, man. Yeah.
But it's being worked
Homeboy
on.
got a gun charge. He done with a gun charge.
But
I
it's
don't like
being
that.
worked on though. It's a case. It's a case in the Supreme Court. It's a case in the Supreme Court right now, huh?
What's
No,
that
it's a case. It's a case in the Supreme Court right now, challenging New York's gun laws.
Yeah.
Because it's saying it's against the Constitution.
I think New York's
They have
gun
to
laws
jump
is
through these
fucked up,
hoops.
man. Yeah, and it's
Way fucked up.
It's because shit like that situation, it shouldn't be nothing against you carrying and defending yourself, especially in a situation where you clearly is walking away from the aggressor. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
where you don't want the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like
no days off. You're right, because it's like, all right, like that gun law in New York, like it's not stopping crime. That's just to lock niggas up.
Nah.
You feel me?
Because
it's not deterring crime at all. That's just to get you. Yo, you know what?
Jammed up.
Hop in this bus, my nigga. You going to Rikers?
Yeah, it's basically some entrapment, especially the way stop and frisk used to be. Shit, they just recently changed the drug laws. It used to be real bad out here at one point. It used to be like 1 to 5 for crack. Like, nigga, you get 5 years for every gram of crack.
Ridiculous.
And if guns is easy to get where I'm at, and guns is easy to get in so many states, and it's illegal to get where you at. Only people y'all stop from getting them is the good people like me who go the legal route to get them. When I go and buy it, you know what I'm saying, and through legal means at a gun store and show my gun license. But you ain't stopping niggas who is already criminals.
Want a
who
gun?
Just gonna go
Exactly.
pay a nigga like gonna pay a nigga to come down here and get a gun for them or whatever.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
my nigga, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm saying, like, the first time I realized how easy it was to get a gun in Texas, it kind of scared me. You feel me? It was like nigga. It was my
nigga telling the truth.
So it's
and
like,
nigga telling the
hold
truth.
on. Like, you niggas sold my cousin this legal AK-47, this Glock, and this rifle. Like, y'all niggas ain't got no kind of background check. You don't know what this nigga does.
You got sticks,
That's
bro.
facts.
Yo, that shit made you think, right? Like,
yeah.
Everybody
And
got a gun.
Yo, it made me think, hey, I need one. Because if this nigga crazy nigga got one.
But right now, I can go pick a Draco up off a shelf, and then I can show my gun permit, and the only difference in me having the permit and not is me having to wait 3 days and not. So that I can go pick it up and leave with it right there. And if I didn't have that permit, I would just have to wait 3 days to leave with that Draco. So I'll wait 3 days to kill you if I really wanted it that fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that easy.
Hey, but like you said,
Hey,
the gun laws in New York don't stop crime. Because it's like, you ever walk up on a murderer and be like, where you gun at? I couldn't get it, man. I was trying to get the permits, but the shit didn't come through. I'm still waiting on my background check. You know
I want to do this murder the right way, man. I want to make sure I do this clean. I want to do this the right way, man.
If people want to get their hands on guns, they're gonna get their hands on guns regardless.
Regardless.
No matter what the law is.
Regardless. Hey, Megawatts, remember when you came to Houston, we was letting the AK off at my cousin's house?
Shit. Niggas letting off that shit in the backyard like it was a nut.
It was fun. Like, it was fun, but it was kind of like one of them things where it's like, yo, like, this really shouldn't be legal. Hold
on. First of all, shout out to habeas corpus. His background, man, the Might As Well background, man. That shit is sauce, man. That shit is sauce.
He out here rapping.
Can we get a quick?
Hey, it's the motto.
Bro, can we just get a quick, like, where everybody from real quick, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm born in Hawaii, man. I'm from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And I represent Oakland, man. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Cage, where you from?
DC. Been living in LA for like the past 11 years. Corona happened, so now I'm out here in Houston with my family till I go back to LA.
Where you at, Rashid Latif?
Originally from New Orleans, but I'm here in San Antonio.
Shout outs to San Antonio. Ann McQueen, where you at, bro?
I'm from 151st between Broadway and Amsterdam, but now I live in Staten Island.
Shout outs to both, man. Well, no comment. Where you from, bro?
Staten Island.
Yes, sir.
Don't be hating. Hey.
I'm from Harlem. I'm 45th and Lenox. Yo, but hold on. I've worked in Staten Island. I did a film in Staten Island like 2 years ago. I seen enough of Staten Island for the rest of my life.
Well, shout
Driving
out like
across
that.
Bridge every day.
Hold on, Megawatts. Where you from, Megawatts?
No doubt.
From Brooklyn. I was I went to school out here. I spent some time and been going back and forth to like back and forth for 10 years now.
Brooklyn, Harlem, Staten Island. Where you from, habeas corpus?
Oh man, I've been all over the place. Originally PA. Military sent me everywhere. I sent myself everywhere. Right now, Lone Star. That's where I reside.
Big
Nice.
Mushroom,
Nice.
where you at, bro?
Oh, my bad, bro. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, East Side. Right now, I'm in Houston.
Shout Air Texas in the building today, man. With
Hey,
I'm in Houston.
LightandBlaze.
Mushroom man, my mama from Detroit.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm from, bro. That's where I'm from. I'm down in Houston right now. You out here, man? We go grab a drink or some shit.
Hey, I'm with that.
LightandBlaze, man. Let them know where you at, bro.
I'm in Miami. I'm born and raised South Florida, Miami.
Miami, man. Shout outs to Florida. We bite, man. We'll be right back, man. But hey, and look, hold on. We just did the roll call. We nationwide in this bitch, and I did all that to say, man, you know, gun laws is like weed laws, man. Whether that shit legal in your state before it was, whether it is now or not, you know, it's funny. And I've been smoking for 20 years. It's never been a problem getting in any state I ever been in, whether I knew somebody or not. And it's the same way with a gun, bro. If you wanted to get it and you out there looking for it and you ain't got, and it ain't like it's a long search. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
You already know where to go. You just like, oh, what's kind of the rough area over here? All right.
Shit, I was about to say.
Let me go ask this congregation
All
of
you gotta do is go
Negroes.
to a corner store. Gonna be some niggas outside saying sour.
That's right.
Yup.
Worst case scenario, find the MLK Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be all right. You on your way already. You know what I'm saying?
Or Malcolm X.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sour great. If it's in Oakland, what you said, sour side. And if you're in Oakland, you get off the train at 8th and Broadway, and them niggas be like, grapes. Get the grapes. You know what I'm saying? You copy some grapes. You know what time it is. You feel me? So out here in Atlanta, niggas we got that gas, bro. Niggas got that gas. Got some Zaza, man. Some Zaza. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's crazy, man. But it ain't ever been a problem getting it. But I hope y'all done laws change. Megawatts, I'm glad you on, bro, because part of me, man, I've been learning more about this technical shit while I've been trying to get this podcast off. If y'all look at this stream on BX right now, y'all gonna see all kind of smileys and shit on the page. It's crazy. It's gonna be crazy, man. It looks good, but you told a crazy story about Nipsey Hussle, and it got lost. It got cut off at the end of the episode, and I wonder. And it wasn't like a long story, but it was a good story, man, about you running into him in a Waffle House or like a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles or something. Can you tell me the story, bro?
Yeah, all right. All right, so what was that? What was the mixtape? It was just like the 10-year joint.
Marathon.
The marathon, yeah. So that shit had just dropped, you know what I mean? And I had just hit LA. So first time I'm even catching wind of him, you know what I mean? Never heard his music before, but as soon as I touched down LAX, boom, homie Johnny Cage picked me up, and the other homie, first thing I hear is Blue Laces. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just on repeat, going back and forth like the whole time. You know what I mean? We there. So I think it was that same day, we just kicking it, riding around, or maybe the next day. And, you know, we like, yo, let's do the tourist thing for a little bit. Go, you know what I'm saying? Go grab something to eat. So we just happened to be like, all right, we're going to do the Hollywood joint instead of the one in the hood, because we wanted to avoid all that drama. You know what I mean? So at that particular time, I want to say Nipsey was involved in some kind of street business, and it was like a shootout maybe that day, a few days earlier. So we end up going.
That's exactly what it was, yeah.
So we end up going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Hold on, interrupt real quick. Johnny Cage, you was there too, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. So I forgot. So yeah, y'all was both there. So okay, that sets it up. So proceed, man. Okay.
So boom, we go into the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and when you step up in there, for anybody who's been there, it's like a really small first entry point. You know what I mean? It's almost like a broom closet or some shit, but it's, you know, a couple people could fit in there, but it's really tight. So we go up in there, you gotta wait in there. You know, they gonna find out how much people you need to sit down. So they're in there. and waiting to be serviced, whatever.
What's good, Duff the God? Appreciate you joining us. Megawatts telling us this story, man. This Nipsey Hussle story, man.
So then I happen to have on red and black flannel. You know what I'm saying? First time in LA, I asked Johnny K, like, yo,
flamed up.
I ain't got to worry about. I'm saying, so I'm like,
hey, look, see, that's one of the reasons why I wasn't trying to go to the Roscoe's on Pico, on Manchester, none of that. You know what I mean? Like, nah, we not wearing the right attire.
You went to the right one. Yeah.
I asked this dude, I said, yo, do I have to worry about that out here? He's like, nah, you ain't got to worry about it. It ain't like that anymore. And so I think he was dressed, he had on blue that day or whatever.
Too much blue.
So, boom, we open the door. It's already 3 of them in there. 3 of us walk in. It's almost like it's an ambush. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 of us walk in behind us, like, everybody just trying to eat, but you could feel the tension in their building because it's like, yo, waiting for somebody to make a move type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. We had our third partner with us, my homeboy TT that was on the show, The Game.
That's right.
So finally, they get seated. They go in first. You know what I'm saying? So that eases up the tension a little bit. They go in. We still waiting to be seated. And you know what I'm saying? So we laughing about, or not really laughing about it, but like, yo, you feel that shit? Like, yo, shit wild up in here. You know what I mean? So now they get seated. They come get us to get seated. And they put us right behind them. So right off the bat,
nigga moment.
Nigga moment, my nigga. It was a nigga moment.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so at some point, we trying to wait for the waitress to order, and one of their people got up, slid out to the car. Which one was it? Johnny K, do you remember if it was him or if it was just one?
Yeah, it was all them niggas. And then they come back and it's like this little short, stocky nigga, you know what I'm saying, holding his hip. And it's like, man, okay, this is going from bad to worse. You feel me? Like, nigga, all I wanted was a waffle, my nigga, maybe a piece of chicken too. You know what I'm saying? We about to get aired out up in the establishment. You know what I mean? By a rapping nigga that I'm a fan of. Like, what kind of C-murder shit is going on? You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, like, bruh.
Oh.
Bruh, look, the thing that saved it is like, all right, after they came back in and sat down and all that, it's like, okay, like now the situation went from like bad to worse, you feel me? Because like you could already feel the tension from jump. And, and like the tension was so bad, it wasn't like, I try to talk your way out of it. It's just like, nah, just keep your mouth shut, keep your eyes open, like, nigga, whatever happened, just react. You feel me? He's like, yo, we obviously not the aggressors. Like, we just came up here just to eat and go home. You feel me? But I'm like, if they make a sudden move, then I'm gonna protect myself. You feel me? Like, I ain't nobody's 6'0", I ain't nobody's 400, nothing like that. Right. But I'm a nigga that want to go home tonight.
Like,
just straight like that. So it's like the little waitress lady, she brought in a Mexican tourist family, and so like they recognize our homeboy TT from the show The Game. And so it's like they see him, they get hype. Oh, TT, yo, can we get a picture? Yada yada yada. Like, nigga, that's what killed everything. They recognized our homeboy, and then like Nipsey and his people was like, everything just calmed down after that. You know what I mean? So then the food come out, everybody eating, chilling. It's like, okay, now it's peace. But for a quick couple of minutes, it was like, man, niggas ain't know how this is finna go. Like, am I about to be on allhiphop.com? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening here?
Love, man.
I'm sure the whole time they was sitting there like, am I gonna have to air out the fucking spot?
Yeah. Nah. yo, you're right.
Never be able to come back here.
You're right. And it's like,
it's life or death, though. You don't know.
Yeah, he had just got out of jail too, and it's like he was beefing with other Crips at the time, so it didn't help that I'm wearing like a two-tone blue polo shirt, blue jeans, two-tone blue Nike.
Y'all was active is the point, you know?
Yeah. This nigga looking like, you know what I'm saying, YG and them with the red and black flannel. It's like, bro, we not the part, but we dress like the part. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, like I could definitely see it from his point of view, but like from our side, it's like, bro, we ain't with that at all. You know what I mean? Like,
it's real like, in the battlefield, and the battlefield
definitely is. So like, yo, I say all that to say this. You feel me? Because it's like, yo, he clearly I ain't gonna say he, but it's like, yo, they clearly came back in armed and ready. You feel me? Like, you have more utensils than just this little fork and knife that Roscoe's provided for us. You know what I'm saying? You got something else, extra else that's not on the menu on your hip. You know what I mean? So it's like, wasn't nothing studio about the homie. And it's like, you always like to end the story like this, because it's like, man, I was like, what? I want to say 2011, like 2012. It was like super, super way back. And so it's like, just to see the transformation that he made, like after that, and like, I like leave a lot of that gang stuff alone and then do like all kind of things for the community that niggas didn't know he was going to do. It's like, all right, man, like, yo, I tip my hat to homie. So like it's funny though, like excuse me, to talk about like Pac and Big, because like I ain't never meet no Pac and Biggie, and when them niggas, like when they both died, I was in 10th grade. You feel me? But it's like, yo, yeah, I definitely interacted with this nigga Nipsey for damn near an hour and some change, and for like half of that hour, it wasn't cool. You feel me? So I'm like, yeah. So it's like, yeah, nah, like bro he was going through it for real. Almost had me going through it. It's like, I ain't even gonna move out there to LA to go through it. Like, I came out here to, you know what I'm saying, enjoy the sunshine and everything else. Nigga almost got pulled into the nonsense.
Yeah. Yo, but
almost got Swiss cheese, boy.
Almost. Almost.
For him to go from that to the type of reception that he got on his passing, yo, nobody's seen a turnaround like that. You know what I'm saying?
Up. Nah, you absolutely right. And yo, that let me know, like, man, if a nigga got a plan, if a nigga like stick to it and like don't quit, like nigga, anything is possible, bro. We seen that nigga go from that to this. You feel me? In front of our face, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, man, like, I don't care what niggas doing, like what niggas goal is, like how the situation may look or whatever. Keep going, bro. Don't stop. Like, we seen this gangbanging Crip nigga do it. We could do it too.
Bro, persistence is underrated for real. In anything, man. A lot of niggas especially now, like they really, even something like this podcast, bro. Some niggas do like 5 episodes and they like, bro, I don't got 1 million views yet. I'm not popping, like I'm not viral. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this, bro. I'm not making no money off this shit. They just like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to do nothing. They want to play basketball and be like top 50 in the country their junior year in fucking high school. You know?
Yo, hey, my nigga. Matter of fact, like rest in peace, John Madden and all that. But it's like, you know, since everybody he died and like all these NFL niggas and like broadcasting niggas are telling their story about John Madden. Yeah, I read a quote from this nigga. I was like, oh, that's genius. That nigga John Madden say, the road to Easy Street goes through the sewer.
Right. It's trash. Right.
Like, bro, you want to deal with some things. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? I see it in the gym. People come in there like, man, I'm like, man, why you even here, bro? You on a treadmill, you watching fucking Netflix, get the fuck out. Until you got your mind right, you just wasting your time in here. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take you gonna have to keep coming back in this motherfucker. You have to come back when you don't feel like it. You have to come back when it's raining. You know what I'm saying? And that's on anything, bro. Whether it's
anything, bro.
Rap,
anything worth having, bro.
Anything.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, this nigga Hank Aaron struck out more than anybody else, but don't nobody remember the strikeouts. You feel me? Yeah. Just know that man for the home runs.
Even when niggas glorify the dope boys and like, or the Frank Lucases and shit, or any of them type of niggas, you know what I'm saying? The output, them niggas will tell you like, man, I got up at the fucking 4 a.m. to be the first one out there to meet the fucking fiends. I got my ass up early. He out there like Kobe got up to shoot hoops. This nigga got up to sell crack. Even that shit wasn't glorious. You know what I'm saying? Niggas not hanging out at 8 p.m.
You know, even with Brady, you know, he was a 6th round draft pick, but look at him now.
Who's that?
Brady, you know, he was drafted in the 6th round.
Fuck Tom Brady.
I mean, I'm a Saints fan, you know, but I can say Brady's the GOAT, in my opinion.
No, I can't take away.
He put the work in to be where he is now.
What can I say? That's, you know.
Good I mean, you're a Falcons fan, so
I ain't no fucking Falcons fan. I'm a Raiders fan, and Tom Brady destroyed our hopes too. But
yeah,
for the city of Atlanta, I feel bad. I just don't like Tom Brady, Jr. I just, man, all right, he's the greatest. We all acknowledge it, and he still ain't better than Walter Payton.
Yeah, I mean, look, Brady did put that work in though. I gotta give him that. You feel me? Like I can't take that away from him.
Man, he got it, man.
I
got a question for y'all.
What up?
Joe Montana will always be the GOAT to me just because of sports talk football and Sega Genesis. I'm sorry.
Hey, you remember sports talk football though? Yeah.
I don't even remember that one. It was Techno Bowl and it was Madden.
Sports talk football was lit, my nigga. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm about to write down and get the emulator or something. Let me ask you a question. I ain't trying to pick on
Trash.
nobody. Like I
They
swear I ain't
think
trying to
it's
start no shit.
trash. What?
Oh shit.
Y'all niggas lose this game, bro.
Say what? What you say? Who? What team is you watching right now, bro? Let me just get in on your emotions right now. Who are you watching?
Are you talking?
Duff to God.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Let's move this. I'm gonna move along real quick. I just got a question for y'all.
Nah, cause I'm definitely peeping this Lakers and Memphis game right now. Memphis balling.
I know my team ain't playing tonight. We lost last night, but
How the fuck?
question: Brazilian butt lift. When a woman has this, the first question is, can you tell? The second question is this something that you're attracted to, or is it something that you're indifferent about?
All right, now hold on. Hey, Megawatts. I feel like you should take this one.
Okay.
What you mean? What I mean?
Yeah.
Look, I've only been to Rio one time in my life. That was to go out there to visit this nigga. And it's like, man, all these like BBLs we seeing over here now on Instagram, they had them way back like decade plus ago, and it was beautiful.
Talk about it, man.
But it's like niggas wasn't even like hip on game back then. Like we didn't realize that. Okay, like all these Brazilian women like got their bodies done. You just thinking like, yo, how everybody like got body like this? You feel me? Like we know now, but it's like, yo, going over
them too though. Like it's competitive for the Brazilian chicks out there because all the bitches is bad. So a lot of them like, you know what I'm saying, really putting in that work trying to get their bodies to look super official. Yeah, it's right.
How y'all feel about it here though, in this culture where we in right now though, in your city, in Texas, New York,
yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'm keep 100 with you. Like I guess I'm old fashioned in that regard. Like give me, you know what I'm saying, what that nigga Kendrick say, like give me something natural with the stretch marks. I'm cool with that. You feel me?
That's my style.
I ain't tripping.
That's my style personally. I ain't
because like it's starting to look like stupid now. Like girls out here walking around looking like cartoons. You know what I mean? Like that don't even look proportional to your frame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not picking on.
That's what I was about to say, man. It's all about the ass to thigh ratio. Like the thigh got to lead up to the ass, right?
Very much.
Yeah.
Can't be no like sticks coming up to like sniper booty, man.
Right.
Can't handle little ass legs and
a lot out here now.
There's a lot of them. It is, man. A lot of them chicken hawks. That's what I call them, man.
Niggas sound like Mac 10.
Chicken hawks out here, man. But yeah, I mean, I prefer natural. I mean, I ain't picking on nobody, but like, and not just the ass, but in general, like when you look at women like Lil Kim, like of course you're gonna age, but like she was so fine.
So fine, bro.
It's like you didn't have to do no plastic surgery. You could have just aged gracefully as much as possible. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this about Kim. I wasn't even really mad at like the first couple rounds. Like she looked good. She looked good in the Money Power Respect video. You watched the Money Power Respect video? She was looking right. The Quiet Storm remix video. She was looking right. It got to a point where it's just a little too much, but I don't think like early on it was too bad. She was still looking right.
Oh my bad, I'm out here chomping. Hey, you wasn't mad till the knockout round came, huh?
But
mad at Lil Kim.
But what's the poster every dude had, right? And that was her debut album. And that was her debut album. She never got finer than her debut when she.
Nigga, I had that hanging up in my locker in high school, my nigga.
That was porn before we didn't have X videos back then. But we had Lil Kim hardcore posters.
I look at the What's Name album cover because you know I like the dark skinned ladies. I used to look at that El Nana.
And then Uncle Luke and them, they had some good album covers too. I used to like the Uncle Luke album covers, man. You'd be like,
finest woman on the album cover, on the rap album cover though, gotta be Darlene.
Ice-T Shorty.
Power.
Yeah.
Hey,
Apple album cover with the shotgun.
Yeah, I met her. I met Darlene. This is like maybe like 2016, 2017. She pulled up to this event we had in LA, nigga. She still looked just as good, bro. You know what I mean? Like
she did last year on like Hot 97. She was still looking good.
It's ridiculous.
Honest motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Darlene
check it out.
is baddie.
Yeah, you got.
And she seemed real cool too.
She was.
She seemed real cool.
She was.
Yo, but on the whole Lil Kim thing, I mean, no matter how successful you are, if you don't have that self-esteem, you don't look at yourself the way you should.
All right, yo, my nigga, you took it to a whole Oprah direction. I wasn't even going to touch on that, but what you said is true.
That's what it is, though.
Nah, but what you said is true though, because like, yo, you could tell, like, because she always say, like, you know, niggas say I was ugly, and you know what I'm saying, like, talk about her bad. It's like, man, it really got to her. You feel me? Like, it scarred her mentally for life. Like, yo, all right, look at what she's doing to her body because what niggas told her, like, when she was a kid. You feel me?
But you know what's funny? Look at man. Look at how, like, you could look at Fat Joe now, artists, or Rick Ross, or Biggie. Now, artists might lose some weight, they might gain some weight. But you know what's funny about men? Like, you don't see them really running that. Like, for the most part, will either say, you know what, I'm big, and I'm a big player, and I don't feel like working out, and I'm just gonna maximize what I can do looking like this, and niggas still gets it in. Or they go, you know what, I don't like the way I feel. I don't like niggas talking about me. I'm going to lose the weight.
I need to change it.
Yeah.
But we don't do like that and just go, I didn't like the way niggas talking to me. I don't go. And I ain't picking on, and this ain't about Lil Kim, but you know what I'm saying in general.
Nah, I know exactly what you mean. But like, it's different for men. I'm like, yo, if like a nigga like 300 pounds or whatever, but his bank account way more than that nigga ain't changing nothing, nigga.
Why do I need to? I'm good. Unless it's for his own health, personal reasons that he chooses.
You feel me? You feel me? Like, yo, yeah, I may be all this, like you see me hopping out this, you see me about to hop into this, you see where I live at, like, you want to get down or not?
Mm-hmm. But the other thing you asked about was the Brazilian butler shit. Yeah. I don't mean to take it there again, but as far as black women doing that in this country, I'm not feeling it.
Me neither.
At the same time, but not just from I don't like artificial shit. You know what I'm saying? Not just from that perspective. The other thing is I'm married. I got a wife. I don't even really look at chicks like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in a different lane.
Nah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? You get married, shit change.
Hey, nah. Yeah, first of all, respect to your lane, by the way. Nah, I tip my hat to you.
Black excellence.
No doubt. But the other shit that really gets me about the Brazilian shit is I look at the history of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at Sarah Barton. She was in freak shows, you know what I'm saying? Because of the size of her ass. You know what I'm saying? I look at the history of it.
Nah, yo, my nigga, he's not lying. What he just said is very, very, very true. You know what I mean? Like, if you go back in like the history books and like you see them French ladies like wearing them like wild dresses with like the big butts that they got like artificially attached, like that's to try to look like Sarah. You know what I mean?
That was Kim Kardashian.
Exactly. Because the white man that came back from Africa, seeing all of our beautiful natural women with all of that, you know what I mean, was lusting over it, won't shut up about it. Now they feel like they got to make dresses to look like what they white man just seen in Africa.
I about to say that the dresses you see on the TV where they had the dresses with the built-ins, where they had it look like that, you know, the dresses they wore they made them look like they had ass. But
I did not see this, bro.
I know just what he's talking about. Yeah,
you have seen it. You seen that shit? You pull the dress up and it's a whole fucking like building like piping this shit and holding the dress
frame.
Up. It's crazy. Fucking
like yo, the dress has engineering. Like
like for real.
Like
you gotta think too as well. Think about it though. Mm-hmm. They had to make whole outfits to emulate what black women actually have.
Exactly.
Isn't that funny?
That is funny, man. Like that.
Bro.
And they still do. They sell them called body shapers now.
Yeah.
Or hold up. But they've taken it to another level now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get the dress now. You can just get the ass injections. You get you some lip shots. Get some tanning, you know what I'm saying?
Be right on your way. Yeah.
Here you go.
But for them, it's like playing Halloween every day for them.
Yeah.
You know, to me, when the physical, the BBL, and some girls, I'll be real, some girls get it done better than others, right? It's levels to this shit where maybe the best ones you don't notice. You just think she naturally thick, but some girls get it done, and it's clear, like Ant was talking about, because the thigh proportion ain't right. You know what I'm saying? That's a big tell. But to me, it's the equivalent of when you see dudes you see on YouTube who get the synthol injections in their arms to get the big fake biceps. And
oh
you can tell the difference because the same
Niggas
thing.
shooting their arms up with antifreeze.
Yeah, and like it don't be developed, it just be poking out, and it's like
just be big.
Who are you?
Hey, nigga, you get your ass in the gym.
He had the synthol shots in his pecs. Nigga was looking crazy. I seen that shit.
And why you? Yeah,
it was bad.
That's a mental
thing. And you know what? Like you said, as far as it being different levels, to add on to that, a lot of that shit just don't be safe, man. They be getting procedures done by whoever.
Yep.
Somebody baby.
Yo, I know you saw them stories.
Infection.
I know you saw them stories. Yo, I saw a story of a chick who went to some neighborhood spot, got some shit shot on her ass, and it caused a bacterial infection. They had to cut her whole ass off.
Nah, I saw that.
No, hold up. Hold up. She died from that shit. You seen that shit. They literally, yo.
Nah, he telling the truth.
They had to cut her ass off. Yo, like look at the back of your thigh. You laughing. You laughing.
When you said it though, like the whole ass.
James Goons is ruthless. Hold up. If you look. No, but hold up. If you look at the back of your thigh, like imagine you had to cut the meat off the back of your thigh, and it was just the flesh, the inside of your flesh showing. That's how her shit looked. She was on a table.
Tragic.
And that shit went somewhere else in her body, and she died. She was crazy. Mother chick lost her leg over that shit.
Pop your ass off like the chick on I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Yeah, remember that? Remember that?
Ladies, red flag. Do not get your ass done if that nigga also like sells weed and do tattoos. Oh yeah. So Mushroom Man,
do not get your ass. Hold up. Do not get your ass done if downstairs is a tire shop. Not a good sign.
Mushroom Man, you don't got to put it in the chat. You can feel free to tell us about your. He was telling me before you came in that you had something. The cartoon thing. What's that about? You said it was jukebox.
No. Yeah, jukebox related, man. It was cartoon. After jukebox, after Ronnie shut down jukebox, he started a whole new site. It looked like he from Canada or some shit, but it's the exact same way. They got the music, the movies, the porn, the books. He started a whole new site. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the
but it's like
put in the chat.
Yeah, exactly. So okay. You can send out once you join. You can send out 3 to try to build it back up how it was. Because I mean, y'all OGs still. Y'all remember the jukebox? That's where we got our music.
Definitely.
Our Pornhub and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
All that.
Exactly.
Can you do me a favor, bro? Can you put this shit in the same thread for this BX podcast thread as well? Because I might lose it after this meeting closes.
DM.
I do right now.
All right, appreciate
you.
DM
it to him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Don't put up for everybody.
Exactly. Definitely don't put up for everybody.
Hold on, not to change the comment.
Oh no, fuck no. I put it in your link. The real cats go back to the old joints. I got you.
And hold on. And shout outs to all the girls who got their asses chopped off, man. Who had to go through that struggle, man. Because you know what I'm saying? You got the ass done at the place where they sell, the Kool-Aid pickles. You know what I'm saying?
The tire shop though, nigga injected her with sterile fluid.
If they don't got no receptionists, ladies, if they don't got no receptionists and make you wait like at least 2 or 3 weeks, they not legit. If they do that shit,
get out.
It's not good.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a crazy story. It was a lady that went down to I think DR or something to get her breasts done. Her shits came back like fucked up. She couldn't breathe. I think she said she paid $9,000. They offered her $2,000 back and wanted her to sign like a non-disclosure agreement. You know what I'm saying? Not talk bad about them. And, like this happened like maybe I would say about a month ago. Chick was on the news, damn near dying.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It happened. Man.
That's crazy.
Now here's the $1 million question. It's easy for us to talk as guys because there's really limited surgeries that you can get as a guy anyway.
I'm not getting no surgery.
I'm not getting no surgery.
But here's the $1 million question.
I'm not. I'm saying
for us. But here's the question. If they had the surgery tomorrow for dudes that made the dick bigger, how many dudes would be rushing out?
White dudes, not us.
Personally, I'm not getting cut. I'm especially not getting cut down there.
We all right.
But
they got the surgery now.
Oh well, my bad.
You know what I mean? Like
you ain't getting it though.
I wouldn't even let them go with no scalpel like around that.
That's
an experiment. I'm not undergoing, man. Like
Look, I don't want to generalize, but it seemed like with dudes, it kind of like with us, it's like and with the women, it's about what other motherfuckers think. So we deal with reality, they deal with perception.
Right.
So let's say even as a dude, even if you were lacking, if she sucked you off, she sucked you off. She could be like, your dick is sucked it anyway.
You still
Exactly.
There's nothing you can say to come back from that.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can say to come back from that.
But that nigga John Rule said, guess what, boo? I still got you.
Niggas learn to maximize whatever they at. I was getting girls whether I had a car, whether I didn't, whether I had a nice car, whether I had a shitty car, whether I was fat or whether I was in shape. I always had some kind of girl. Whether they always the baddest, hell nah. But a nigga had a girl he could call.
You got somebody.
Yeah, you maximize.
You're gonna play your hand. That's what it is. You're gonna play your hand.
You know what I'm saying? That's what men do. We're gonna make the best of a situation.
Yo, you know what's wrong? That Walmart dude, right? I went back to the thread and he was just talking mad shit.
But he was alias, honestly.
I saw
that. I can't put a finger on
I saw that.
So
the wild thing is, it made me think. Like, I've never really tried to get a girl. That's not true. True. I've gone out on drought nights, like, yo, I'm getting
getting something.
But but like,
not harassing them in public.
But you ain't hollering at no Walmart gremlins, nigga. Not like Papa Pimp, nigga. Come on. that nigga hollering at some fucking gremlins, nigga.
All right.
Radio Raheem.
Hey, I got a business, shawty. I got a business, man. I just moved out here.
I just moved down here. I just moved
down here.
Corey.
I got a massage place.
Oh, shit. Yo, look, I'm confident enough to say this, right? From about, I don't know, I guess my teenage years, from about 13 to about 16, I was ugly, right? So I was a late bloomer. By the time I got to high school, I was Gucci. When I got to college, I was really Gucci. But those ugly duckling years made me not realize when females was checking for me. So my dudes around me will always be like, yo, nigga, because I wouldn't notice. But I would fall ass backwards in the pussy all the time.
Just being yourself.
Yeah.
And I wasn't always in shape, and I didn't realize until going back and looking at old pictures, but I always thought I still looked like this. I always still thought I was in shape even when I wasn't, so I still acted the same way to women, like, you know, hey, you should be fucking with me. Why you ain't fucking with me? I'm that nigga. And
I used to be shy, but then it's like after getting rejected so many times, like, nigga, okay, at the very least, all you're gonna say is no. Then you don't have no fear no more. You just holler at whoever. Like, what's happening? You know.
Another big part of that, I know for a fact, is because I'm from Harlem. I holler at anybody.
Okay.
I know I'm the shit.
Big fact.
I'm
Exactly.
Why you ain't with me?
Exactly.
Like, you losing.
Losing.
That's how it is, right? It's like,
nigga, On a bummy day, I'm still a shit.
Still.
Respect.
Still. You
Still
feel me?
shit.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty sure every dude in here, in their own way, like that's just how you feel, whatever your level. And the thing is, and it's not like bullshit. It's you maximize what you're gonna do at your level. You know what I'm saying? You're like, all right, I'm gonna go in here. I'm about to lay with a chick tonight. Like, not debating this shit. Now, will she be? You know, is she gonna be a 9 or 10? That's up for debate. That's you maximizing your level. But it's like a nigga knows, like, yo, I'm gonna leave here. I'm guarantee I'm leaving.
I'm pulling something, my nigga. Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, we all been in them drop spaces where you either been busy or you just ain't been trying or you just been in a slump.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just that night you get up and go like, yo,
it's today. Yeah.
Maybe get some pussy.
Yeah.
You gotta
concentrate on that shit. We call me work this job. We concentrate on this shit.
Yeah.
We need to focus.
Yo, you start checking for all the numbers. Like, hold on, man. All the numbers I ain't texted in a minute. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gotta catch up. It's like, how you doing? What's going on?
Go out and get some new ones.
Yeah, man.
Start a whole new book.
It still is just funny with this.
Fall into something though. Always.
Oh yeah.
Always going something. Regardless of where you at, it could be work, school, mutual friend, like you just chilling. Somebody else come through. Oh, who homegirl? Whatever. You have a conversation. Shit just always fall through. You don't even. And whenever you're not looking, they always.
And you absolutely right. Like, yo, some kind of way a nigga get chose.
I've never been on something like, yo, let me holler at you. Let me holler at you. It's always been being in the right place, right time.
First of all, that whole like talking to 3 girls in the same store shit is some shit a real player ain't gonna do. Because I don't want the first girl to see me talking to the other girl because she gonna think that she ain't special.
Facts.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Nah, yo, that's how you. Yo, that nigga's a sexual
the
predator.
Lego owl.
You gotta also keep in mind.
The dude for the Lego.
You gotta.
Literally. He about to tell you. But the business but you gotta. He told me the same thing about the juice.
No, but y'all gotta keep it in mind too that with I don't honestly know who the nigga is, but with like the YouTube channel you got, the people watch YouTube but may know who these women are, right? Even
guaranteed.
You got like 10 views.
Yeah, so I'm like. I don't know what dude's aim is or what, but I mean,
all it takes is one angry black woman to figure out that she's on that page. Believe me, that's all it takes is one, bro.
And this nigga done put out my name. This nigga done put out my phone number. You see what I'm saying? Like that nigga's done.
Say like she'll burn down the whole state of Arkansas just to get to that man. I promise you.
Right.
Let me Megawatts real quick. I'm not trying to change the subject, but before we get out of here, I want to know if you know what's going on, something that's going on for New Year's Eve. Shoot at the information at me, man, or DM me, man. I got invite to one event, but I'm trying to get the options open as we talking about the women or whatever. Trying to get my game plan set now or whatever. So.
All right, I'll let you know if something comes my way.
Okay, cool, man. But my bad, yeah. But not to change the subject at all, but. Forgot what we was talking about that quick.
Yeah, that nigga Papa Pimp going to jail. That's how that story ends.
It's right for that nigga. Because somebody, like I said, niggas on Boxden already talking that shit. Like, hey, I'm talking to them chicks and shit. I'm like, bro, it's wild. At least delete the numbers or some shit, G. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Look, and I triple pause on this, man. Look, I don't want to see no porno from Papa Pimp or none of y'all niggas, right? I don't want to see it.
Never.
Nah.
But here, listen to my point, man. Niggas who's really getting it, like he's saying that he getting it, them niggas is posting their videos on porno sites. They pulling them hoes and then they actually filming the encounter. You know what I'm saying? Violent and not hiding the camera, right? The chick is smiling while she taking the fucking jizz in the face. So
she wants
really
to be there.
Life, make them videos, man. You ain't got that life because you got a number on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
It's a dude on BX that does that shit.
And I believe it. You know
I bet it is.
But it ain't Papa Pimp. It ain't Papa Pimp.
Use the same name.
And the only reason why I figured something give him the number anyway, so can't get up out their face.
Like
Really,
you said, using the same name, that shit is like.
No,
like I
I'm
said,
talking about
people gonna watch you, see you in there.
No. It's a dude on BX that does porn, and he uses the same screen name.
Oh, I
that
see
shit fucked me up one day. So now when I see
That's crazy.
I don't want to.
So now, yeah. So now you know
A whole
I'm not
site
even
full
gonna
of characters, man. Boxden.
I'm not even going to tell you. Now when I be online, I see him comment. I just slap his shit and keep moving. I don't even read his shit. That shit fucked up my whole shit.
One time. I was telling these dudes one time. I had
he gotta move better. That's all it is. He gotta move better. If you want to
I'll be honest.
2 and 3s, just move smarter, and you know what I'm saying? Like
304.
Don't try to fuck yourself up. Yeah,
and he getting like 3K views on his videos starting out. You know what I mean? So he might get some unwanted attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
What you was gonna say?
They're niggas making reaction videos. For
I was
now.
saying the no comments shit about slapping. Old boy was like, I had a nigga send me a message talking about Ant was good. The nigga's username is Long Stroke Poppy. Like, fam, don't even message me if that's your name.
Hold up.
Like fall back.
I can't reply to that message, man.
That's that fat troll, nigga. That's that fat troll, nigga.
Not him. That might be pork.
One chick from New Jersey. That's a Cowboys fan. I think that's who it is.
Who you think it is? Say that again.
No, that's that fag that fag fucking troll, nigga. That nigga be talking some wild shit, bro.
Yeah. He hit me one time. He hit me one time. I think he left a message on my board. He said some crazy shit like like I really respect the way you treat the transgender community, and it was just some crazy shit. It was just wild. I read it. I was like, "What the fuck is this nigga talking about?"
Mental illness, man.
Like I like the way you take up I like the way you take up for the transgender community. And you show a lot of respect to them, and if you ever want to hang out and get some coffee. Some crazy shit.
I got a business. I just moved here.
I know where to get Lego.
Oh man!
You gotta just keep it in mind too. Like,
it's some wild boys on that site now, bro. It's some wild niggas, bro. It ain't like how it used to be.
That's fact. Right. How long y'all been on? I've been on since 04. How long y'all been on BX?
05.
Big OG.
09.
Matter of fact, it was I got it in 05. It was Megawatts and my other homie that put me on to it way back in 05.
Yeah, I was on 03. My homeboy had the account where we were sharing account. That was my roommate and shit. But he went off to the army and shit. So
it's kind of like both of y'all, both ours. We just keep it in my house.
Yeah, he used to fuck around with that. He used to fuck around with the SNR and then poetry and shit. I used to just download shit and download music. You know what I'm saying? But he went to the army. We lost the password, and I had to re-sign on in 2012. You know what I'm saying?
I got on in
2003.
Man, but I got on in 08 and probably was on for like 2 or 3 years, and then I got banned. I think for calling somebody a faggot or no. It was because I was calling motherfuckers cacks and crackers, man. Them racist motherfuckers, man. I was calling their ass out. I got banned for calling their ass crackers.
Hey, tell me. That's my main complaint about that website. You feel me? Because anybody can type nigga anytime they want to.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like you say cack, you say crack, you say anything else. Like, why I'm banned?
I mean,
first of all, it's a whole lot of white boys up on there that's, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's typing nigga every day. Like that nigga Fast Vasquez, nigga, we know all about you. You not black. Stop typing nigga.
Legend Killer 03, we know all about you, nigga.
You not black.
Pull up and you want to talk that smoke up in this podcast. I guarantee you when I sent you the personal link, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yo, here go the wild shit. I got banned for saying cracker, and it was a quote from a Jay-Z song.
Stop playing, bro, for real.
That's my word.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
So I'm not capping.
Right, you let them crackers run up in your Capitol I lost all my little respect. That shit he did with Nipsey.
Yeah.
And you got banned for that, permanent ban for
I got banned for that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I ain't make
them
another
niggas-
account for like 5 years though. You know
But they could type nigga all day, huh?
Yeah,
It does, but it does make you think,
Alright.
honestly. With the website, it makes you think, you know. 'Cause I think someone said Ronnie sold the site like 5-6 years ago, or some shit like
I
that.
don't know. You know what I know?
Yeah, I heard
Nah, yo, I think you're right. I think it did get sold. Yeah.
Yeah, it had to, because the shit fucking changed, bro. Like the shit wasn't like this. They at least had mods and stuff like that kept a control over the bullshit that's been going on now. Like this shit went haywire, bro.
Yeah.
It went haywire, bro.
You know what? Like if I post a random thread, like I mean tomorrow, literally, if I post a random thread like Shaq dunks on Steph Curry, Ronnie will give me a hot topic like ASAP. You know what I'm saying? But he will not hot topic these podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, why don't you put it in the wild shit? Like, don't put it in the street. Put it in wild shit so everybody can see it. Because I mean, this shit is straight. This shit is cool.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I think but if you put it in the wild section, I think they'll move it to the streets.
That's what I was about to say. They gonna move it. Yeah, they gonna move it.
Yeah.
Listen, you can post.
Come over here, Negro.
Motherfucker killed in the hip hop section. They'll leave it there. You post something like this, nigga. You post a song. They moving that shit to the streets.
Yeah, big facts. And you done.
Fuck it, let's blast that shit. You do it next Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's blast that shit. Fucking hip hop, fucking sports. Let's throw that shit in and see what's going on.
I'm with it.
Send a link and we'll throw that shit in there.
I'm with it,
like,
man.
So this is straight. You know, I fuck with this shit, man.
Maybe have fucking bag you up in there.
Hey man, hey y'all.
Let's blast that shit, man. Fuck it. Every link, nigga, even in TV and the fucking toddies and the fucking the porno section, nigga. Let's throw that shit everywhere, nigga. See what happens.
I mean, you know what? You know what? They might not move it because I put a link up last week in the guap section because we was talking about the crypto shit.
I saw that.
I was like, anybody to know? Yeah, so they might not move it, but they don't really. The thing with the guap section is they know. For the most part, we be talking money. It don't be no bullshit over there.
So they
somebody come over there trolling. Yeah, somebody come over there trolling. Everybody just automatically just put them on ignore. You know, that's the end of that.
And I posted hip hop
you can see where the grown niggas be at though. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah, you can see where the grown niggas be at.
That's right.
Like
Niggas ain't trolling to talk finance. There's no reason to
exactly.
play blackface.
Like the news section. Yeah, fuck it.
But I posted hip hop because I know you won't get removed because it's already so much non hip hop related shit that gets posted in hip hop already. How that you can't pick one thing out. You know what I'm saying? Because half these niggas that die, they don't even be rappers. They just and it be the biggest headline in hip hop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yo, did y'all talk about that chick that got found guilty? Maxwell.
Ghislaine or whatever.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, she got found guilty? Oh, I ain't even see that shit.
Out of 5 of the 6 counts, yeah.
No, she ain't been sentenced yet, huh?
Nah, she just got found guilty today.
They say she facing 70.
How long until she dies in her cell before she's sentenced, y'all?
I say, let me see, over. I say 6 months. I say less than 6 months.
I say 30.
Yeah, she gonna commit that shit.
I give it 10 days.
Either that or it's like she told the right people the info. She about to get out in like 5 years.
She ain't telling nobody nothing.
She ain't telling nobody nothing.
She not telling nobody nothing.
Look, she in that situation where even if she stood tall, it don't matter because the people who are in fear, the fear of you telling is bigger than the actuality of you telling. It don't even matter if you told or not. The fear that you could tell means you gotta go.
But look how low key they kept this shit. Like somebody was in a thread. They was like, "What you mean is low key? They don't say anything about the shit right now."
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. This was low key.
It's not on.
They kept that shit crazy low key.
Super low key.
That's right.
Because look who's connected to it. The fucking royalty is connected to it.
Yeah. Everybody.
The fucking is he a prince or some shit like that?
Prince Andrew.
Royalty. Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
He's connected to it. Did you see that interview that he did?
Nah.
It was terrible, bro. It was terrible, bro. Yeah, I seen it.
And it's a reason I didn't see it, and it's kind of part of what you're saying is like the Kyle Rittenhouse was a bigger story. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
they didn't focus on that at all, man.
but this story is huge. Who else was on that island? You know what I'm saying? Who else was fucking these little girls?
Presidents, U.S. royalty.
Yeah.
Your favorite rappers' favorite rappers.
Yeah. Like that nigga Rick Ross say, the truth is far more sinister.
Yo, actors, fucking politicians. She's not going to say anything. For real, she's not going to say anything. There's too much money involved.
But you know what? I do think some of them celebrities they name, and I don't think necessarily every single name that went to that island was in on it or even had anything to do with it. Some of them might have been booked, they might have been performing, and then some of them, they just get in with these circles and they're like, come out to my. They come out. That don't mean they participate. You know what I'm saying? I come to the party, I ain't gonna start no
exactly.
Hold up,
exactly.
Hold up, and they get there. They get there and they on some Cat Williams shit. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Right. Yeah. I'm out. Yeah.
Hey, but let me say this. You could say that they was going there performing, but they already exposed the island. He had paintings and sculptures of young, naked, underage girls and all type of shit. So even if you wasn't down with it, once you got there, you should already said, like, you know what I'm saying, like, some shit ain't right. So if you was there and you was there for more than an hour, 30 minutes, you was down with
it. Hold on. Like, here go the thing. You get there, you got down there on a private jet. Where you going?
Yeah.
Where you going?
Hey, Megawatts, what you think? 'Cause I remember you was following this case for a while.
Oh shit.
And like I said, I'm surprised they found her guilty, but once they sentence her, I don't think she's gonna make it past the year. I feel like something is going to take place as far as, her being removed from the cell, whether she's alive or not. See, but I give it a year.
No, that bitch can catch COVID, nigga. She done. 6 months can catch COVID.
Yeah, she gonna get a nice.
That's real shit. That's real.
Yeah, she gonna be gone in 6 months, man.
Like
exactly. She ain't gonna last long.
We all like we talking lightly and everything, and whether she deserves it or not. But the fucked up part about the American justice system is that we know that what we saying is true to some extent. It's when, it's not if.
Said a couple episodes back. When was Epstein's funeral?
Say that again.
When was Epstein's funeral?
Right. Same thing as Osama bin Laden's funeral.
That part.
Oh wow! I know that.
Epstein, you know what I'm saying? He's pretty known financier and everything like that. He's not just gonna get wiped off and not get a plaque or something.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Not only this, they said that this man in his house, he had surveillance in every single room, every single nook and cranny of that spot. So everybody that was there, Epstein on that island. So everybody who's on that journal, on that flight log, if they did some dirt, it's video footage of all the shit that they did. Where is that video footage, and why is nobody talking about that?
Wow, stuff, man. Yeah, and it's a reason
they never gonna show it to the serfs, man. They're never gonna show it to the general population. Like old boy said, the truth is more sinister, man.
Yeah.
So we don't deserve to know the truth. That's the way they see us. That's how
I know. So habeas corpus. My question is this: I'm like, all right, if they did show the truth, do you feel like you'd be able to handle it?
Man, too.
Man, I kind of when it comes to people of that level of power, man,
I expect the worst.
My imagination. When it comes to them, man, nothing would surprise me with them, man. They on a whole nother level than us.
Yeah.
And you sticking straws in babies' heads and sucking the milk out. Who's doing that shit? I told you.
Yeah, booster shot give you 4 more megapixels on your smartphone.
Oh man! All right,
nigga. Might as well get a booster. Might as well.
Hey man,
get all the boosts.
New Year's Eve. Man.
Hey, LightandBlaze. I just want. Oh, go ahead.
No. You got the floor, my friend.
Hey, I just want to say LightandBlaze, man. I miss them thread posts you used to make, man. Them shits was legendary. Them stories you used to tell, man. Hey, For old time's sake, man, bring another one. Bring another story. I know you got something, man.
Straight up. Straight up.
It, man.
You gotta come out of retirement, my dude.
I text that nigga about that shit. I'm like, I know you LightandBlaze. You the hotel nigga, ain't you? That nigga like, yeah, that's me.
Hey, you got a gift, man. That's a gift. You know what I mean? You know how people tell you, everybody, oh, you gifted at this, man. Hey.
Yeah.
Hold up, what story?
Yeah, embrace that. I don't know what stories y'all talking about, but I'm curious.
Man, bro, it's hotel shit. It's hotel shit. That nigga be writing a book about that shit. Man. Stories about the hotel and the bus, nigga.
Mm-hmm. That was you?
Go ahead, LightandBlaze. Oh, sorry. When he was in the hotel and his bus.
Shout out, man. Please keep it up, man. Well, if it's not something
the movie shit.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's some movie shit.
Wow.
No, it definitely was. It definitely was.
Have you ever thought about writing a book, LightandBlaze?
No, actually, and I'm really gonna start getting into it when the New Year's coming up. Actually, I'm actually started writing on some like web series and movies. I'm planning to release a movie too coming up this New Year. So, like you were saying, not a book, but it's some stuff definitely in the works with the hotel threads and all that. Definitely stuff I got in the works. I'm trying to get visually.
Big things, man. But I wish you luck, man. And if it's any help that we can give you, I know it's a lot of different people on this podcast with different talents, man. You know, I'm definitely down to pitch in, man. Any way I can help. I have no experience with that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, not only that, whatever I do, you know, I'm gonna post it. You know, I'm gonna let the boys know throughout the whole journey. So you already know y'all boys gonna be, know what's going on. So, but yeah, I'm definitely going, do some stuff with it.
That's
mine as well.
I'm fucking with Habeas Corpus, man. That's the CEO, man. Habeas Corpus, man.
Straight up,
right, man.
Hey, it's a brand. It's a brand.
I love it, man. That's the CEO.
Hell yeah.
Man. Put
this podcast turned into be a blessing in disguise.
You feel me,
man? Blessing in disguise.
Hey, I really appreciate this shit too, man. This shit is hella cool because you know what's funny? Like I had said in one of the first episodes, like when we all get up on here and show our faces, it's funny how I ain't seen zero trolls to this day. None of them trolls want to get on here and show their face or even their voice.
Yeah, and you never will.
Nah, them niggas scared, man.
And I invite, and I don't invite them like, man, I dare you to come on the podcast. We gonna flame your ass. I just be like,
just
hey,
pull
bro.
up. Just
like,
pull
hey,
up.
Man,
There's only one notable person I think came on, and that was Saucy. That was the only person.
She did. She showed her face, and she got spared because she showed up on a night where nobody else was on. Like right at the time, I was on till like 9:30. Nobody had jumped on, and then I quit. I called it a night, and then like 10 minutes later, all y'all started sending me messages like, "Yo, you still doing it? You still doing it?" And I'm like, "She got lucky. She would have got flamed."
Yo, but I don't know.
I thought that was somebody else. That was actually her.
I don't know. I don't know if she'd have got flamed like that though, because she seemed a little off.
Maybe you're right. That's why, look, if you see the episode,
What you
on
mean
YouTube,
a little?
I went real nice on her because I could tell, man, she's a sweet girl. She's a sweet girl. So,
now, shout out to her for actually being a black woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like
that too, Johnny.
Yeah, that's what
Hold on.
Like, yo, I ain't finna be mean to her no more. Like, all right.
Hold up. Shout out to her for actually being a woman.
That's right. Yeah. That's what I told her.
A black woman at that.
She said, "You didn't really think I was a girl, did you?" I said, "Well, I just assume everybody on the internet is a man until this."
It's a dude. No.
But she be going hard, bro. She be going hard in the fucking feds, man.
Yeah.
Too hard.
She be going hard.
So I think she just be getting bored and she come on BX and just vent that shit.
I'm like, bro, you got OnlyFans. Be nice. Try to promote your shit and be cool.
And I didn't join, but.
Hey, you can keep that link, my nigga. We don't want it.
Shout out to you, SaucyGirl. You do your thing out there. But when she came on,
no links.
I could tell that she says she don't have a lot of female friends, so I can imagine why she would come to a site like BX and we ain't, And plus she can thirst trap because no matter who you are as a woman, it's always gonna be some dude that's like.
Always.
Meet you in the Lego
Birdman. Playboy. Yeah, Walmart. I got a business, man. Got this business. Papa Pimp. Papa Pimp, man. You another one. He not a troll. He posted a thread. I don't know if y'all saw the thread last week. I posted the BX podcast on Wednesday. Thursday, he said, I'm going live tonight with this big booty chick. I dare y'all to come in through. I didn't see it until the next day.
It was no bitches in that video.
None.
It was an old ass whack looking nigga.
No women in the video, huh?
No, it was no video. It was no women in the video, man. It was just a nigga talking shit. And I see why he fuck around Walmart. He got low self-esteem. That's why he fuck with them fucking 2s and 3s, nigga.
We call them 304s, man. 304.
Oh, 304. Okay. Well, I'm trying to call them hoes 2s and 3s, nigga. Them bitches trash.
They're from the area code 304, man.
You know what I noticed though?
6 in my area. Dang.
You know, 6. Trays. Yo, but I did notice he did the live shit like the day after. And I watched it for a minute and I was like, because I'm trying to figure out what this shit is about. But when he was on there, he was talking about all these videos that he watched of these pimps online on how to pick up women and shit like that. And he be comparing different styles and techniques and shit. And I'm like, I never in my life had to do no shit like that. And I'm like, is it a generational thing where, you know,
nah,
you don't,
that ain't generational.
Not on this okay, cause like
that ain't generational.
Nah,
bro, I got a gang of younger cousins, bro. They A-OK out here. You feel me?
Say no more.
You know what? And he's stuck on any dude asking for dating advice, right? Like if it's a dude came to me and was like, "Yo, man, you always seem to have a nice girlfriend, right? Or you never had a problem with women, right? Like, how do you do it?" For dudes ask me for dating advice, he's stuck on the first dating advice that any dude gets, which is like, hey, yo, you just need to get your reps up at first. You need to get used to rejection, so you should go out and make conversation with any woman. But that phase should have happened in fucking high school if you had to go through it at all, man.
Exactly.
Not at 35 on YouTube.
Bro, I just sat up here and told you about 20 minutes ago, like I went to that phase decades ago. Yeah. You feel me? Like
if at all.
That was high school and college, B.
Yeah,
high school and college, nigga. Get your reps in, get your rejection and shit, and then move on from there. After that, fucking conversate with hoes and get
he's
your
like
shit
Westbrook, right. Not Curren. He's like Westbrook. He's just putting shots up from everywhere.
Yeah,
But not only that, there's no script. Like you're supposed to be yourself. You're supposed to know how to navigate with the flow. Yeah. There's nothing that you're supposed to pre know in your head to say. It's like you're saying the same shit every time, and that ain't how you do it.
I gotta
be. You absolutely right. You gotta be Bruce Lee with them hoes, nigga. You gotta be like water.
Right. I am water.
Like water.
And I just realized Papa Pimp's business is his YouTube page when you think about it, because that's what he puts most of his energy and his time on. You can't have no business out here at Walmart hollering at married women or 304s, and so that is his business.
You're not wrong.
Right?
It's real business.
Nah, you're absolutely right.
Working harder. Not to say that every business owner run around all day long just dead tired, but they got more stuff going on than to be trolling Walmart, hollering at 304s.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I mean?
So that's his business, man.
Triple O fees.
Yo, he just mentioned all these different pimps and all these different players, and then he went into the whole, I don't never see this player do with no females, but he might be fronting, but I don't think he's fronting. And after a while, I was just like, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Why you thinking this hard about all that
I was
shit,
out.
man? You ain't are you trying to be?
Yeah, you think hard about that shit.
Trying to get like hoes, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference.
I don't know, cause I mean,
big difference. Big difference.
He only holler at the Trace Quattros.
Y'all know what's also crazy about it?
Zero in Spanish. What's zero?
Zero.
Phases, man.
There's people that really gonna end up on Netflix on some Joe Exotic shit.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
So nigga gonna end up on the Catch a Predator.
Yeah, that nigga going to jail. That nigga gonna go to jail, man. One of these hoes gonna see her face on his page and it's a rap for that.
Look, y'all keep talking about jail. I'm just waiting for one of these chicks like. Some of these chicks be saying like, yo, I got a man. He be like, yo, why don't you just take my number anyway? One of these chicks, niggas gonna pull up.
Yeah.
Beat his ass.
Ain't gonna be no jail call, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's spooky. Spooky out here already.
Beat your ass. They're gonna come with that gunplay.
Yeah, the game could flip on you just like that.
Yeah. Especially when I already know you in South Carolina. You in a small town. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yup.
I mean, you'll find that nigga in your neighborhood Walmart. They'll find that nigga. Or Dollar Tree, nigga.
Hey, I'll say this.
Put them camera goggles on.
Fight in Walmart. What you think? What you think? Anybody can get in a gunfight in Walmart. Shit.
Oh man.
The baby did it.
Look at the baby. He didn't kill a
Yeah,
nigga in
exactly.
Walmart.
My bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, he killed a nigga in Walmart.
Man, Papa Pimp 37. Come on the BX podcast. Explain.
Pull up, nigga. Pull up.
Defend this madness, bro.
Hey, we don't want to run him away either. We don't want to run him away. We're gonna take it easy on you if you show up.
Yeah.
All right? We don't want to run him away.
I ain't even really mad at you. I mean, it's just like I just don't understand. I really don't understand the need to like advertise. And then I'm like, do you have their consent while you filming them? Are you wearing a GoPro?
No, of course not.
No,
of course he doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's all kind of fucked up. And then like I said, you fucking it up for like I said, not you fucking it up because you fucking up the attitude of women who see it, who they putting up more defenses because now they going dudes who approach them genuinely. They don't know if you a Papa Pimp or not.
Oh, now time out. Yo, I got the question right now. Like, how come niggas ain't never seen Superman and Clark Kent in the same room? How come niggas ain't never seen Papa Pimp and SaucyGirl in the same thread? You know what I mean?
This nigga, man.
Yo,
something going on.
That's good shit. That's good shit, B. That's good shit, B.
But no, you just made a good point. Because I don't really watch his videos, but I see one where he was putting the girl's number in his phone. So does that mean he has a GoPro on or some kind of video equipment on that he's putting on to go into the Walmart?
Yeah.
So that makes it a little.
No, he got some spy goggles on. You got some glasses with a camera in them on.
Are you for real?
A camera in his glasses.
You got Google glasses.
Google fucking glasses, B.
Nigga got the Home Alone talk, boy. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, there we go.
Sorry, kids, we're home early.
That question was just a test, y'all. That question was just a test. I know the answer. See, a real pimp got 3 hands, bitch.
Oh shit, B. Oh shit, B.
Y'all crazy, man. Man, I ain't got nothing left for y'all, man.
Hey, this some good shit. This some good shit, bro, man. I appreciate what you're doing out here, man. We gonna grow this stuff.
Nah, for real, ain't no days off. We riding with you, man. Straight up.
Hey, no, it's love, man. I hope everybody have a fun ass New Year, man. If you ain't, and if you gonna have a boring New Year, that's cool too, man. Be safe with it. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all enjoy the shit out of it, man.
Nah, yo, straight like that, man. Like I expect to see all y'all niggas in 2022, man.
Definitely.
Oh, it'd be easy for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that boy, be safe, man. That's the most important. Be safe.
Stay dangerous, man. Y'all know what it is.
Mine as well.
Might as well. See, that's the CEO, man.
Champagne bottles.
Hey, man, I'm going to add all y'all with the replay with stamps tomorrow. This is recording. This is streaming. No technical issues tonight, man. So it was love, man. Appreciate all y'all, bro.
Hey, be safe, y'all. Happy New Year.
Hey.